Labor Day weekend? Plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new Kia, visit GreenwayKias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Liz went from being interested in true crime to living true crime.
My husband comes back and he's shaking. And he said, your dad's been killed.
This is Hands Tied, a true crime podcast exploring the murder of Jim Melgar.
I was just completely in shock.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Hands Tied, and listen now.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgagguydon.com.
With thatmortgagguydon.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles of scenic coastline in Ponte Vedra and the beaches, every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The news News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, August 11th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Trump goes to war on D.C. to users melt down after the latest ChatGPT changes. And inside this weekend's attack on the CDC in Georgia. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina. Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good.
Yeah. Ready to Monday. How are you?
We're in a great weekend. All is well in my world. We got a lot going on. We got Trump talking about the D.C. stuff now and what's going to happen. They're going to be sending in the National Guard. And then Trump said, they're going to clean up D.C., Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, very fast, lickety-split. And then they're going to go on to other places. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they're making this sound like we're going to hop from city to city and try to do this. But we'll talk about that. And clean up the streets. A war on the hobos, a war on the criminals, these kids who are just committing crimes with no parents in sight. All of this stuff, he says.
Well, school's back, so maybe it'll be less of that.
We'll see. We'll see what's going on with all this momentarily. But first, let us start as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to, I believe this is a Bass Pro Shop. That's right, friends. I am on the banned list, not allowed in the door. They say there's too many things here that Sean Wasson does not know about at Bass Pro Shops. The guns, the ammunition.
Giant fish.
It's been a long time since I went fishing. And I do know this. Although it looks like a real good time, you are not supposed to jump in the giant fish tank. You are not supposed to do that.
Since
yeah, you never seen that? Oh, man, that's people will go up onto the second floor at the Bass Pro Shops and jump into the bass tank.
That seems really dangerous.
It's a tradition.
Yeah, it's not as dangerous as doing this at a Bass Pro Shops, though, because this is maybe the dumbest person on planet Earth. Yeah. Let's see what happened. Here he goes at a Bass Pro Shops. He grabs the gun. Get down to the ground!
Oh, my God.
Just so you know, he wanted to see an assault rifle-style weapon in this Bass Pro Shops, this moron. And they go, okay, here you are, sir. And his friend is videotaping him. And when he gets it, he grabs the gun in the Bass Pro Shops and goes, get down on the effing ground! And just screams at the top of his lungs because that's smart.
So funny.
Yeah, this is a really great prank. Get down on the ground! Hey, what is wrong with you? I just want to say. That guy goes, what the F is wrong with you, pal?
Get out.
What do you think you're doing?
It's a good way to get yourself shot, then. It's a really stupid thing to do. You don't carry guns here. You don't do that in a gun store.
So let's get you ringed up and out of here.
It doesn't matter. You don't do that stuff. That is dumb.
No, he's trained to be a cop, man. He's trained to be officer. I'm sorry.
You're in Bass Pro Shop. If you're training to be a cop, that doesn't work out for you.
What a bunch of dumbasses. Every single one of these kids involved in this. When you do get popped off by a cop in public for pulling a prank like this, your mom is probably going to put your face on a T-shirt with an airbrush thing and your face in the clouds. And they're probably going to try to throw a local rally to protest the police violence as they popped you off in this Bass Pro Shops.
I don't even know if they would have time for it to be police violence. Somebody would have shot this kid before the police got there. And then they would have been, pat on the back, go home.
Yeah. Can I bring my own gun, my own weapon into a Bass Pro Shop?
I think it depends on where the Bass Pro Shop is.
Because if you could do that,
shooting ranges there at Bass Pro, do they?
I don't think so, but maybe. I just know that if you try to do this in a place where there was a bunch of people with their sidearms, and you go, everybody hit the MF ground, put your hands in the air, dude, that is immediately the green light for people just to start popping you off. And I'm not going to care. Like, I'm not going to shed a tear after that happens. Was it worth it?
Would be so great if somebody was armed there. Because I think one of the guys behind the counter was like, we don't carry here at Bass Pro Shop. But if you were at a gun store, it'd just be it for you.
Yeah,
you'd be done. If you were at an actual gun store, bye kid. Goodbye a YouTube prank.
I would bet you're exactly right on that. I would bet, like, if you did this in a gun store, you'd go, everybody put your hands on. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, everyone has a gun here. Got it.
If they didn't shoot him to death on sight, this kid would have peed his pants.
Oh,
They would have.
He's trained to be a cop.
Wet
He's
himself.
trained to be a cop,
No, he's
right?
not trained to be a cop.
Yeah, I'd love to see that reaction, because then it would have been like, like
my
immediately.
favorite was that woman was like, "You're at a Bass Pro Shop. Have some decorum." Jesus.
Did she? Hang on. Let me see if I can bring it back up.
I'm like, what?
Do you know where you are?
Come on. There's families here.
Like, she's treating it like it's the Four Seasons, you know?
Or church. I don't know.
This is a really fancy place, sir, okay? All right, gets the gun.
Get down to the ground! Hey. What is wrong with you?
I think F is wrong.
No, it's a good way to get yourself shot, then. It's a really stupid thing to do. You don't carry guns here.
Also, I like the irony of not carrying guns at a gun store. Like, out of an abundance of caution, we've decided not to carry any guns here.
Unless you'd like to carry one that you bought from us here at Bass Pro Shop.
Well, hang on. We do have guns all around us, and we do have ammunition everywhere, but we don't carry guns. I want to hear this lady.
Go. He's training to be a cop. That's okay. That doesn't matter. You don't do that stuff. That is dumb. No, he's training to be a cop, man. Huh? He's trained to be officer. I'm sorry.
You're in Bass Pro Shop. If you're training to be a cop.
No, you're in Bass Pro Shop.
Come on.
This is
It's a sacred place.
Yeah, it's like church. It's like church to us, and that's where they are. So lucky they didn't get shot. It would probably been a better show if they did, but we get what we get, I guess. And here we are. And let's get into the most important, most breaking, most bombshell news. Do we have the bombshell news alert?
I mean it's been a minute.
We're getting into this sucker. We're doing this thing.
Ultra
this is
standard.
Ultra.
It's a little dusty, I think.
Yeah.
This is the biggest news in the world right now.
Bombshell World Exclusive.
That's right. The kids are back in school. Yeah, that's right. The kids are back in school.
I haven't checked Facebook for any memes of parents cheersing margaritas at the bus stop.
Today's the best day for these parents are like, thank God.
What I did see, and I need to confirm because I was in the bathroom, but hearing Good Day Orlando this morning, I think a kid already got hit by a car.
Are you serious? Day one of school?
I'm pretty sure. Or it was like right before school started. Either way.
Damn. Oh,
Watch
God.
out, everybody, please.
Yeah, be careful out there. The cars will hit you.
They had like a sting set up, and it was on the news last week.
For kids?
No, for drivers.
Oh,
and
okay.
it was reminding drivers that you have to stop if somebody there's in certain crosswalks, like you have to stop for people and let them cross. And so they just had a guy just crossing the street over and over and over again. This dude's just crossing the street over and over again, and the news cameras are shaming all the people.
Yeah, what would happen if they plowed into him?
That would have been an unfortunate thing. But it was mostly just calling out people that would not slow down or stop to let him through and just like go, let me get across this crosswalk so he can go. I'll go first.
That has vibes of in Dumb and Dumber where they do the bust and they put the bulletproof vest on him. And he goes, what if they would have shot me in the face? And the cop just goes, that was a risk we were willing to take. You're just, and then this guy's just walking the crosswalk the whole
But you're saving children.
First day of school. Somebody's got to do it out there. Stop for the buses with the flashlights. Don't pass when the stop arm is out, you dummy. What are you doing? Be alert. Watch for the kids out there. Somebody already plowed into one of them, apparently. Just be careful, okay? And congratulations, parents. You did it. The kids are back in school. We knew you could do it. We knew you could do it. C-Lane wanted to be the most proactive dad, so he's actually sent Jackson to his first day of high school today.
Yep.
He has.
Well, congratulations. And he drove there, I
expedited.
thought, right?
He did, yeah. You know,
Well,
you're
I was
almost
drunk,
two.
so he had to drive.
In your defense, yeah.
Also, for those of you just tuning in, he's 2?
He will be
he's-
due soon.
All right.
Yeah, he's not quite 2 years old, but we got to get him started fast. We got to get him out there and into the world because lots is going on, including what's happening in D.C., which is really an interesting thing here. I saw this starting over the weekend, and I'll give you the highlights if you missed this press conference from Trump, so we could just see what he said and what's going on, and what people will be talking about today. But over the weekend, it seemed like Trump was fired up about this, and he truthed. Is that what we say? I don't know what we say, but
He teed out?
He posted on Truth Social. He said, "We're having a news conference tomorrow in the White House." That was today. I'm going to make our Capitol safer and more beautiful than it ever was before, says Trump. The homeless have to move out, all caps, immediately, he says. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. No other details on that.
Get ready, alligator Alcatraz.
The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong. It's all going to happen very fast, just like the border, says Trump in this post. We went from millions pouring into zero in the last few months. This will be easier, he said. Be prepared. There will be, all caps, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We want our Capitol back. Thank you for your attention to this matter as we end all of the truths. You always put that, thank you for your attention to this matter. Quick question. You guys been to D.C.?
I have not. It's on my list.
Only like quick drive through just to see the White House and then on to the destination.
I'm like a man in two worlds with Washington, D.C., because when I was a kid, one of the most traumatic things that ever stuck with me, I told this story on the show a long time ago. My father took our family to Washington, D.C. I was about 7 or 8 years old, something like that. They're very, very young. And there was homeless people, crazy homeless people everywhere. And I, growing up in the acreage and growing up in Vermont, had not experienced a lot of like just crazy people wandering the streets. And so it was very weird for me. And my dad's kind of walking us around, and there's me, my mom, I think my sister. And we're going down the sidewalk, and this one-eyed hobo goes by. I'll never forget the dude. And he starts screaming in my father's face, like 2 inches from his face. He's like, "I'll kill you all! I'll kill everyone!" And I remember just looking up and going, like, we're going to die. Like, this lunatic is just roaming the streets, and he's told my father that he's going to kill my whole family right now on the sidewalk. And I remember looking at my dad.
And like any good dad, your father turned around and went, "He's probably going to kill us, son."
Yeah.
So
We're done.
But I did give him $5 to start running.
Worse, that I don't even know if I told this part before, but I remember looking up at my dad pretty clearly, and I'm thinking, like, this is his superhero moment. This one-eyed hobo is going to kill us all in Washington, D.C. This is our last family vacation here. And then when my dad went to like fire something back at the hobo guy, he stumbled over his words.
Oh no.
So he's like, you get on out of here. It was like something like not very impressive. And I was like, oh, we're probably dead. We're probably dead. And then the guy dove under a hot dog cart and was chasing some pork rinds.
Okay.
I'll never forget it. It was very, very like, it stuck with me.
And that person is now Elon Musk.
It is, yeah. What a turnaround, though. What, like, congratulations to that guy.
It could have been
pretty impressive.
Lindell.
Good turnaround. Yeah, Mike Lindell. That was his final crack smoking day. Smack croaking or crack smoking, either one. But yeah, and that was my experience as a little kid. There, I remember all the scary homeless people all over Washington, D.C. Now, I went back. Courtney and I went back 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. Yeah, no, maybe less than that. 4 years. And I have to tell you, when I went back, Washington, D.C. was pretty clean. There were some homeless people, but not bad. Like, way worse here, you know? And we're broadcasting out of Orlando, and there's way, way worse downtown than I saw in Washington, D.C. The streets were a lot cleaner than I remembered, and it was like 180 degrees. So I don't know about right this second. From what I can tell, it looks like, and we'll take you DC folks. Tell us what you think. I mean, that's the most interesting taste. Somebody who lives in DC, what do you think about this before we get to the press conference clips? Do you think this is necessary? Is it that bad? From what I can hear, there's like an area of downtown where there's a bunch of teenage kids, and they basically have zero parents in their life, and they just go and do whatever, free of any fear that they're going to spend any time in jail. And that there's like an area of concern where this has happened. But when I went, I didn't see any of that. I honestly didn't. Maybe you've been more recently. Let us know your thoughts. Is it out of control? Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll also take your emails, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. The highlights of that press conference when we come back. I watched Weapons this weekend at the theater. Woo!
How was that?
Buddy, that was a ride. We'll talk about that, too. We have a lot to get into on a very busy Monday, and that's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-7...
A new week is upon us. Good Monday, everybody.
Major roadways. It's just going to be your familiar delays you'll be running into eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's a crash getting cleared up where Summer Boulevard meets Cornelia Avenue. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
Hey, how you doing? How is everything? I hope you're well. Sorry if my face is a little red. I was pretty scruffy looking, and I shaved literally 15 minutes ago. So I may be a little inflamed.
You literally can't go wrong. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
You guys are fighting already. Already. The
The
AI bubble is the only thing keeping our economy afloat. We're all screwed when this bubble pops. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. The AI industry isn't going to be a giant employer of people. It's an absolute disaster for the employment economy. That's propping up some stocks and chips and some other things. I think you're doomer territory, though. Hey, Barbara on Facebook. Hey, everybody on Facebook. If you got some friends over there, Barbara. Appreciate you, folks. Thanks for saying like and share, Barbara. We're going to get into a couple of clips, including the line that nobody's really paying attention to, but I thought that was the most interesting in the DC press conference. Then we'll get past the Trump stuff. I want to talk about Weapons, the #1 movie at the box office. I watched that yesterday. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Courtney. She's in the seat in the movie theater at Disney Springs. She's got a hoodie completely over herself. She refuses to put her feet on the floor. Screeching. She was scared. She was stressed. Couple of minutes and we're coming back live. Avendasora on Twitch says, can't wait to see Courtney at the poker tournament. Always a fun event. That is this weekend. I know a couple more seats had opened up, but I don't know if those are still around. You can always check just in case over at realradio.fm. But the Real Radio Poker Tournament is a fun way for us to like mingle with you, to play poker, which is always fun, and just kind of hang out. The only thing I dread about it is the line where everybody goes through and like gets pushed into photos with all the shows. But it's a great event. I'm excited. Flats Fisherman says economy and housing market is falling fast. I'm not with you there either. I'm not as much of a doomer. I think the housing market has been slow and has slowed in a lot of places, but I think that's good. I think we need that to happen. You know, and if you look at the value of a home over a 10-year span, it would be absolutely unmanageable for long-term growth to have that as one continuous spike. We have to have like readjustments and stuff in the marketplace. And right now, the biggest problem is interest rates are still just really high. Well, that is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is entry-level houses for younger generations are too expensive. And for people to become a homeowner is a harder thing, actually. Then the second part is the interest rate. Poker, I don't even know her. These people want the country to fail so they can blame Trump. Disgusting. Mr. Maritimus. Mr. Maritimus, watching the stream on my last day of vacation. I hope it's a good one for you guys. Enjoy your last day of vacation. I hope we have some fun together today. And then when you head back to work, Godspeed. I hope you get charged up today. Okay, 2 minutes and we're coming back live on the show. Interest rates were at 15% under Reagan? Yeah, that's bad. I don't know if that's true, but that's bad if it was. The grocery prices are bad and the package sizes are shrinking. Shrinkflation is real. I'll tell you, not a week goes by, grocery prices wise, where I don't see not just an attack on grocery prices, but specific laser-focused attack on Publix. Especially on Reddit. Redditors like rage against Publix, but I'm sure every one of them goes there. But boy, do they rage about how expensive it is. Okay, we're coming back in 1 minute. Is J-Dog Phillips going to be in the poker tournament? I have no idea. He has been in some recent years, Jim Phillips. I don't know. People love seeing him, though. I love seeing him. All right, here we go. Coming back.
List. Ride the waves, stroll the iconic pier, watch a beautiful sunset, or just kick back with your toes in the sand. Add a little salt water to your Sunshine State adventure at Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Learn more at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
In 1920, a magazine article announced something incredible. 2 young girls had photographed real fairies. That article was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the man who invented Sherlock Holmes. How did he fall for that? Hoax is a new podcast from me, Dana Schwartz, the host of Noble Blood.
And me, Lizzie Logan. Every episode will explore one of the most audacious and ambitious tricks in history.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Hoax, and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
Learn more about the show over on the website, and that's real easy to find, thenewsjunkie.com. You can follow all of us, myself, Sabrina, and C-Lane, on social media, thenewsjunkie.com/share. The big movie at the box office this weekend was Weapons, number one with a bullet, so to speak.
Hey.
$42.5 million, and we almost didn't go to see it as bad as I wanted to see Weapons this weekend. Because at our local theater, it was sold out, man. It was just like absolutely nonstop. And the only seats were those ones right in front of the screen, you know?
Oh, no. I don't even know why they have that row anymore.
I can't do it. I assume somebody sits there.
It would make me sick.
Yeah, like you're just craning your neck the entire time. I don't really necessarily want to watch a movie like that. But we ended up going yesterday, midday or so, and we went to see this movie, Weapons, which just exploded out of the gate. It was from the guy who directed the movie Barbarian, which I knew I was in for something because Barbarian was so scary that Courtney turned it off when we tried to watch that the first time.
That was a good one. That was wild.
She got scared. Yeah, it was like there's a couple of scenes in that where you go, it's like, as one does, a scary movie.
I have not seen Barbarian.
You're in for a treat. Jackson's going to love it.
It's not kind of what you think. The name Barbarian kind of seems strange for it after a while, but it's about two people who...
Is weapons what you think?
Well, yeah, more so. Barbarian, the previous movie from this director, was...
Zach Kreger.
Zach Kreger wrote this movie, and Barbarian was two people double book an Airbnb. And they both end up in the Airbnb, and they're like, I booked it. No, I booked it. Well, who gets it? And I like, And from there, things go into a direction you never would have thought. But Weapons, which is, again, number one at the box office, $42.5 million, absolutely crushed it. It shows you how much of a desire there is for horror thriller. And I only slightly agree after watching this that Weapons is a comedy of any type. It's just like a little bit like
I think they're starting to do that more now.
Couple jokes.
Like Together, the one that you saw. I haven't seen it yet, but a lot of people are saying, well, there is some humor to it. I've noticed the same thing with Final Destination, Bloodlines. There were some funny moments. But
Final Destination is like, it's the gore in it is funny. Like it's so over the top that they can't not have jokes in it almost.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, the way some of the people died in that movie was
but what was weird is like, no one can ever die with an MRI, and then a month later, the guy died.
It's true, it's accurate to life. So the movie Weapons, the poster is in front of me here, and it says, last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Miss Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back. And the only thing that you have to try to get away from in this movie is the kids flat out Naruto run. Like the running, the scare running of the kids is Naruto, like your arms backwards like you're a human airplane, and then you just run down the street. If you get past that, I like to consider myself at least some sort of creative type, right? And when I'm watching a movie like this, I will try to guess what's going to happen. I will try to guess what the twists and the turns are going to be. So many times we'll be 5 minutes into a movie and Courtney will get so mad at me because I'll go, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And the movie will...
I do the same thing.
It'll go ABC.
I'm usually the one getting mad. Ashley does that. So, I don't know where that puts me.
Yeah. It puts you with a movie night with Nicole and Courtney.
Maybe we're all going to get booted out of this, but the crazy thing is, Sealand's on the other side, but whenever I see these movies, I go like, here's where I would go with the writing. And if I would go in the direction with the writing, a lot of times that's the way it ends up. With Weapons, like 5 times, I go, got it, know where they're going. You go, whoa, okay. It was a fun movie. Basically, the premise is, there is a teacher. She's played by, I believe her name is Julia Garner. That's the curly-haired blonde from Ozark. Yep. Who's been in lots of stuff as of late. And she's a teacher, and she's got some personal problems and whatnot. And one day, only one kid shows up in her classroom. All the other kids had disappeared the night before. And local cops are kind of like Keystone cops bungling this investigation, and everybody's very upset because, as you would imagine, a lot of the parents are doing like town halls and stuff, and the parents are like, how could this happen? We know the teacher must have done something. What did they talk about in that classroom? And Julia Garner is like trying to deal with all this. I'm not going to spoil anything here at all. I'm just telling you the basic premise in the movie. And then they try to find out where these kids are. And they do something that I don't always like. It's one of those movies where they tell you the story through different characters and they keep switching them up. Like, it'll be like Frank, and then you go through Frank's perspective of the day.
Oh, it's like Scrubs when JD takes the day off.
Exactly like that one.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Definitely remembers, including me.
People know Scrubs, okay?
It was
and
like,
Black Scrubs.
JD, and then Black Scrubs time. And exactly like that. Yes, exactly like that. And it is one of those movies where like they keep switching characters. But I will tell you, there couldn't have been, I wish they had a picture of this in the theater. There couldn't have been a bigger difference in Courtney, who's next to me. She's cold, so she's got like a hoodie on her backwards, and she's like covered up in it. She's scared, so she doesn't like to put her feet on the floor when she's scared. So that her feet are in the movie seat, and she's like, and she keeps screeching, and everybody in the theater is laughing every time she actually gets scared. And I'm just sitting there. I had so much fun in the last like 15 minutes of this movie. I could like see the smile on my face as I was watching the movie. Kind of disturbing considering what was going on. But I liked it. I thought
every time another child disappeared, Sean smiled. Just
yet another smile.
Bigger.
That's just another good time. One more of those kids zapped out of existence. I thought it was, I would equate this movie Weapons, number one at the box office, to a ride at the fair or something. Like it was a fun time where all kinds of stuff was happening and you just jaw dropped. Courtney was like, that was the most stressful thing I've been through in a while. I'm like, come on, what a pussy. But $42.5 million for that movie at the box office. Freakier Friday. Look at Lindsay Lohan and
come on, you can do it.
You got this.
Three names.
Three names.
True Lies? No. Jamie's.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis. I
Round
still remember her
and
boobs
we go again.
from that movie where she took her top off.
Oh, not Freaky Friday. That was a
no, not that one. Not that one. Freakier Friday with those two, $29 million. Number two, Fantastic Four First Steps fell all the way out in its third weekend to $15.5 million, and then on down the line from there. Actually, that movie Together in its second week plummeted too, down to $17.2 million. Ninth place, but number one is Weapons, and a lot of people are going to see that. So if you saw it as well, let us know what you thought. Trump with the big comments on D.C. We'll get into the press conference here. We also have to talk about, and I think we're going to be connecting with our friend Amy Caulfield in a little bit on the show.
That's the plan.
And she just sent her kids off to college, a couple of them. And see you later. Sayonara. Here you go. But more importantly, we got to talk about this storm that already has people freaking out.
Great.
It's only at like Invest territory, like Invest, whatever, like the first name of a storm. It's off the coast of Africa. And already it's like cone of death. Oh boy.
First
Here it
one
comes.
of the season.
It's going to be a huge storm. Hurricane Aaron is what it's going to be called. So lot of attention to that. What do you have to worry about? What's going to happen this week? What's in the cards? We'll talk to Amy Caulfield about that. But let's get to a little bit of what happened over in D.C. Here's Trump at the press conference, I guess, when he was announcing there's going to be a crackdown in Washington, D.C. And the feds are coming in, National Guard coming in, and they're going to fix the problems that are happening. Here he is.
Ballroom. And that's happening. It's going to be a beautiful ballroom. This is really a lot of people, most I've ever seen in this room.
They're packed in.
And we're here for a very serious purpose. Very
Okay.
serious purpose. Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly like we did on the southern border. I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor.
Bedlam, what a word that is.
Squalor.
Bedlam and squalor. And again, I want to hear from you listeners, you people watching the show today in Washington, D.C. That's the most important opinion. I often, when I hear some people talking about, our city, we're based out of Orlando doing this show, no matter where you're listening today. And when I hear people talk about Orlando, I often want to smack the hell out of them.
Disney World, got it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, definitely. Come on. Definitely. I mean, I've now been living here for, I think, 13 years, so I consider that, pretty close to have lived in Orlando as long as I lived in, not quite as long, but, coming up on as long as I lived in West Palm Beach. And I love Orlando. I will fight for Orlando. I have fought for Orlando. Dummies like Mark Maron who just pop into town and they start talking about what the city is when they're not even in Orlando, and just dumb people talking about your city when they don't live there is crazy. I'll give you an example. When I lived in Chicago, for example, I remember my mom would call me all the time. And the night before, like Fox News or somewhere would have had stories about murder in Chicago, gang violence, strikes in the Loop, and she knew that I lived in the Loop, and she would call me and she'd be like, "Are you okay?" And I'd go, "Yeah, what's up?" And she'd be like, "There was shootings in Chicago last night. I just want to make sure you didn't get shot." And I said, "No, I'm good. I have survived the night." And I remember when I lived in Chicago, hearing people talk about Chicago who did not live there. They always sounded kind of stupid. So I've always wanted to avoid that as best I possibly can in these kind of circumstances. So if you live in Washington, D.C., what's your on-the-ground report of how bad things are or are not? That would be good insight for everybody to think about today. But that's what Trump's getting into.
And worse.
Bedlam.
This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is?
Yes.
Go for it.
I would have let him do it, but like I would say that we all have a firm grasp on the Home Rule Act. And
Schoolhouse Rock had song about it, didn't they?
And then the hobos in D.C. I forgot the exact part of it that is relevant, but we'll listen to Trump talking about it.
And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety.
800 of them out here.
In Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed.
No. I do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Yeah. I
don't know anyone that would. I got to be honest.
Well, there might be one person in the White House. Oh, actually.
Is that where we go?
This all came from Big Balls, allegedly, because he was attacked in Washington, D.C., the guy from Doge that was made famous in a couple of news reports where they said his name and it was funny. And he was attacked, I guess. And then that kind of seemed like it was the precursor for this. I'd heard Trump talk a bit more about, we're going to get control of Washington, D.C. We think the leadership of Washington, D.C. is out of control. Blah, 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 blah. And like a power struggle is going on there. And which is kind of an interesting dynamic. Because if you know anything about politics, if you go back to the early 2000s, late 90s, it was definitely the late 90s. It was much more the case that Republicans were for states to have authority over the feds and hated the feds. And now this is feds over the states. Well, it's a district in this case, District of Columbia and Washington, D.C. But now you have them saying, like, we want to go in there. We got to do something about this. These politicians, from whatever they've done, have created a situation where there's violent hobos and lunatics and kids with no parents all over the place. That's what the claim is.
And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something.
Yeah, buy that newspaper.
And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth. Much higher. This is much higher. The number of car thefts has doubled over the past 5 years, and the number of carjackings has more than tripled.
All right, so crime is bad, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We'll stop there on this press conference. We'll peek back in, especially with the bombshell comment he makes here in just a bit that I wanted to give some attention to. We're going to get geared up for our friend Amy Kaufelt. We're going to see what she says. We're going to learn about what's happening with this potential hurricane, Hurricane Aaron. Is it going to happen this weekend? And your water bottle could be your demise.
Oh.
That's right.
I thought the water bottle was supposed to be better for me.
Yeah.
Bad news. Bad news.
Back
you
to
guys got
soda.
water bottles? You guys both have water bottles in there? Sabrina's got a water bottle.
I
Right there.
I have an extra large Wawa fountain beverage.
I do taste a little bit of death now that you said that.
all of our lives could be at risk, and I'll explain what's going on here. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern.
Hey, how you doing? What do we think?
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check every Monday forecast. And for today, we will be seeing a dry first half of the day. The temperature is heating up.
What do we think? Do we support the National Guard, 800 or so of them being sent into Washington, D.C.? Do we think this is unnecessary? What do we think? That's a whole lot of macaroni.
Drier conditions will unfold with temperatures heating up into the mid-90s as a result. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of
Why does Trump always sound like he's making up stats on the spot? I don't know.
Parkway interchange is
He might. I'm sure he does sometimes.
to I-4 and helping to ease congestion at nearby interchanges. Learn more at i4beyond.com/.
That's a no from Dan. I'm not surprised. Violent crime is at a 30-year low in D.C., says Flats. This study is literally on the Department of Justice's website. Is this statement true? We have a named storm, Aaron? I don't think that's true. We have a named storm? No, I think it's still an invest, right? I don't even know if it's a wave or anything. Why does he continue with the division, constantly talking down about being a liberal and a Democrat, making assumptions on how people think or what they believe a president should be uniting a nation? That'd be nice. I wonder if we're post that, you know? I wonder if we're post that kind of stuff. But, I mean, what we have here is certainly an escalation. The question is it a good escalation? Is there a problem with leftist leaders in places like Washington, D.C., with policies like cash bail and issues around that, and the inability or lack of any hunger to prosecute people who commit these violent crimes in a lot of these cities? Is that worthy of saying, hey, the people of D.C. deserve to be protected in some way, we'll send in the National Guard and we'll fix this area? What I think is really going to happen here is this, to me, no matter what you think, and people will be divided on their opinion certainly, no matter what you think, this D.C. incursion falls on the backs of what happened in California with immigration, and the courts will figure out whether any of this is legal. But this D.C. incursion is a roadmap for what a lot in Trump's administration want to see happen in other cities. Chicago, for one. A lot of other cities where they want to see the same thing happen. 246. Aaron was named an hour ago? Hold on. Hello? How you doing, dude?
Good.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Going for a run.
How fast are you going to go?
Just none of your business.
Tropical Storm Aaron. It was. You guys are right. Tropical Storm Aaron. You excited?
About the storm?
You want it to become a hurricane?
No.
No? Okay. I don't want it to be a hurricane. What else can I do for you? You still scared?
What?
From the movies?
No.
You were scared. You were definitely scared.
I was.
Ah!
I didn't do that.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
What?
All right. Have a good time. Love you.
Love you too.
11 a.m. EDT. Tropical Storm Aaron has formed in the far eastern tropical Atlantic, just west of the Cabo Verde Islands. Maximum sustained winds, 45 miles an hour, and intensification is forecast as it moves across the open tropical Atlantic. So we'll keep an eye on that. Weather hype incoming. Weather hype incoming. All right, let's see what we got going now. We'll get into some tropical storm Aaron stuff since that's official.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
We'll get into water bottle dangers, believe it or not, quickly.
An official message.
A lot more on the way.
I turned 65 this year.
So unbutton your pants and get ready for a ride.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Where they belong, thank God, right, parents? Yes, indeed. And we've got everything happening with this D.C. action. We'll talk about the drama around that and see what's happening. Get further into the press conference, a couple of bombshells on the way. We got Amy Caulfield coming up in just a couple of minutes on the show, but I promised you there was something going on with Walmart, believe it or not. And take a look at your water bottles. Mine is a Owala, which I think I got from Amazon or something. And
Owala?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that?
Owala.
Oh, all right.
Mine appears to be in the clear, which I think is good news. Not all of them are. And what do you have on the side? You said yours is Stanley, I think, right, Sabrina?
Stanley, yep.
Yeah.
Stanley.
Look at that thing. You could hit somebody with that. You could, if you whacked somebody, if you got into it with somebody from sales at iHeart, and bam, say hit them with that thing. You did,
but
boy.
yeah, especially because
bludgeon.
I'm like really bad at drinking water sometimes. So I'm like, if this thing is full, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucker's full of ice.
So watch out, predators.
C-Lane doesn't even have a water bottle on account of being a loser.
Oh.
And
yeah, okay.
Walmart.
I'm sure I have more water bottles at my house than the two of you combined.
I have nothing to do with this, but yes, true.
Your wife does have a nice collection of Stanleys.
Oh, my
from what I hear. That's true, yeah. Well, these are Ozark Trail water bottles, and this is kind of crazy, actually. This is from Walmart. They recalled these, but now more information about the recall is coming out. They give you a flat-out refund if you bring them back. And the idea is these 64-ounce stainless steel water bottles that Walmart sold almost 1 million of. So these things are out there ready to go. They can explode. The water bottles can explode. Here's what it says. The hazard is that the lid can forcefully eject, posing serious impact and laceration hazards when a consumer attempts to open the capped bottles after food, carbonated beverages, or perishable beverages like juice or milk are stored over time. So like pressure from carbonated beverages.
Anything could do that.
This more so, I guess, right?
But bottles like that where it's like completely airtight.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, but there should be a whole bunch of other companies recalling their product if that's the case. Unless there's something significantly different about this.
This one is specific to these Walmart ones. Again, it should say Ozark Trail 64 ounces if you've got one of them that could bust on you at any time.
Ew.
Walmart has received 3 reports of consumers who were injured when struck in the face by a lid forcefully ejected from these bottles upon opening. So these idiots are like opening their water bottle and it pops off like a champagne cork into their faces. 2 consumers suffered permanent vision loss.
Damn.
After being hit in the eye from their water bottles from Walmart, which is crazy to think about.
Well, like, okay, so there's headlines going around right now that say Walmart knew about explosion risk in water bottles for 7 years before a recall.
They did nothing.
And they knew the bottle top can forcefully eject, blah, blah, blah. But I think, like, once you read it and you figure out that it's just pressure building up and the bottle cap flying off, I feel like that should be something people just know about, right?
What could be unique to a water bottle like this other than it's got, like, the greatest seal ever? I mean, like, water bottles
Maybe
are
the material?
strikingly different. Like, Sabrina's is different than mine because it's a Stanley and it has, like, a handle and a straw on it.
Yep.
But they're pretty similar. I mean, they're just like a vessel for carrying fluids.
I certainly have a bunch of water bottles at my house that look like that with the screw-on cap. And that's like your hiker, water bottle.
Like
I wonder if this
is that a handle? It's like a handle on top?
Yeah, like where you could put a carabiner on it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's the material that this bottle is made from that is causing these products inside of it, whether it's food. I don't know who's putting food in a water bottle or juices that is making it explode.
They said stuff inside stored over time that could explode in these Walmart water bottles.
If a juice ferments, if you had like a fruit juice in there for too long, it would build up pressure.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says, as C-Lane mentioned, the danger was first realized 7 years ago in 2018, but they said all 3 major injuries caused to shoppers by exploding lids were reported that year within months of each other, and then they didn't want to say anything about it. So you've been out there with this water bottle that was just ready to blast off at any point in time. Ozark Trail users, be absolutely as safe as you possibly can be. Be as safe and careful as you can be. And we're going to learn more about this with our friend Amy Kaufeld of Fox 35. But now it is official. Tropical Storm Erin. It is official. I don't like this much. ERIN.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Cue the unnecessary text messages from ThinkPad.
Yeah. It's me. My name. He doesn't talk like that. There's my name on that store.
It's like,
Black Kermit?
What's crapping, guys?
Yeah, what's crapping?
No sleeves, no rules.
You guys hear about that? Yeah. Fine looking pea.
Now, if you could just do the Kermit impression one more time, because I think we're onto something.
I lost it already. I dropped it. Hey, everybody. I don't know. I've done a voice like that before, and then I'll do it 2 or 3 times, and Courtney will just look at me, and I will go, it's a new character I'm working on. And she'll go, stop. No more of that. Tropical Storm Erin.
Character's Black Kermit.
What makes you think my character was black, huh, buddy?
The way you were talking.
I'm black. Oh, man, now it's official. 2 p.m. on Monday. 2 p.m. on Monday, we're looking at this storm being at about 45 miles per hour, and it's so far away. So nobody
Plenty
go
of time to
freaking out.
build.
Yeah, it could get a lot worse. So it could go north and stay totally away from the United States. But it's at the point now where people start paying attention and they say, all right, we're officially into it. We don't know where this is going to hit. Could hit on the East Coast. Could hit up by our friends in New York. Could hit on in the Carolinas. Could hit nowhere. Could just fizzle out. But this week, it's going to strengthen until Saturday. It's pretty close to the Dominican Republic. So we're going to see what happens with this Tropical Storm Erin, and that'll be certainly something that we follow pretty closely this weekend. I have no idea what's going to happen to it yet. Anybody who tells you they do, by the way, so many charlatans in the weather game.
We've been through this before, y'all.
Everybody who tells you we know exactly where it's going, freak out, panic time. They have no clue. They don't know where it's going to rain tomorrow. They have no idea where this storm is going to go. But Tropical Storm Erin is the real deal, and we're going to get some more about this with our friend Amy Kaufeld. She's got some more details for sure. We'll also see what's happening in her life just a bit here on the show. We'll get to all of that. Then we'll get to more in the press conference this morning about Washington, D.C., the bombshell that Trump dropped that a lot of people missed. What's going to happen next? Your reaction to all of this. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law.
Traffic lights are active.
Not my mama.
State Road 434 meets University Boulevard. Use that intersection.
I hit you with a tagline every time.
There's no serious problems on the major roadways affecting your ride. You're just going to run into some familiar delays.
Folks, Amy Caulfield, the lovely, the talented, the very informed Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. Never met a person who didn't like her. And honestly, it's a red flag if you do. If you dislike Amy Caulfield, you're crazy. The high pressure that is building in from the west and will be on the East Coast later this week will likely turn it into the Atlantic and no landfall. Fingers crossed, Stevie. That's what we all want.
You've been kicking around the idea of going solar. If you are on the fence about it, you think it might be good, but I'm not sure about the money situation, now's the time to...
Amy, the TV news lady, wow, OMG. Indeed.
That is going away December 31st.
Sean said he can weather better than any weatherman can weather. I will tell you that the level of confidence exuded by a large number of, especially online, but also on television, meteorologists is pretty stunning. Because I don't think there are too many people that are wrong as often as meteorologists are. It's just a tough business. Weather, climate, these things, we pretend to have control over them, but the truth is we don't. We don't. China maybe a little bit. We don't. Not even China. But you'll have all of these people in the next 3 days that'll tell you it's going to be hitting West Palm Beach. It's going to be like, they're going to tell you all this stuff. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. They're pretending.
Just straight talk at Solar Installers of Florida. 407-777-5050 or find them online, solarinstallersoflorida.com.
Summertime means poker time, and your shot in Vegas. Get ready for the Real Radio Texas Hold'em Charity Poker Tournament, presented by JustCallMo.com.
The super ensemble model. How's that for a storm model? The super ensemble model accurately forecasts a storm that did a loop a few years ago when no model saw that happening. Stevie, I'm glad you said this, because this is an excellent example of how thinking in the online meteorology world seems to look, or seems to be. So the super ensemble model predicted a storm was going to do a loop when no other model did. But what did it do in every other case? Right? Well, how many times did that model just completely fuck off and get it totally wrong? Right? That's the issue that I have. And it's just, it's not, I'm not coming down on meteorologists. It's not their fault. It's a literal impossibility to predict with 100% accuracy where a storm is going. What was that?
My air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere. Hello.
What was that?
Frank A is there. What was what?
You don't hear that noise? There's like a secondary noise. Oh, it's okay. It's Amy. Okay. Sorry, I'm an idiot. My B. Folks, let's take a look at the grid. We got no video just yet, but ABK is in the process of connecting to the system. We'll see what she says. Forecasts are like the modern-day farmer's almanac, but the weather radar and the tech they have that can actively monitor storms is definitely a good thing. It's worth listening to them on that. Not only do I agree, but I specifically agree if we're talking about non-hurricane, non-tropical storm weather. If there is a big storm going over the Midwest or something, and they're looking at where the tornado outbreaks are, the radar is a resource that is invaluable to all of the people in those communities, and they can literally tell you, in this city, in this city, in this city, find a safe place and try to get out of the danger that's coming your way. Absolutely agree on that front. Don't agree when somebody says, like, there's a storm off the coast of Africa, and we have any certainty of where that's going because we don't.
Let's see you. Financial plan is complimentary. And when that
3 minutes, and we're coming back live with Amy Kaufeld. Currently, we have no video on Amy, but they're working on that right now.
Yes, I can hear you. I don't see you yet.
Oh, you don't see me? Oh, hold on. Let me ask Casey. Hold on.
Casey's on the case. You know, it's almost like he was meant to do that. Casey's on the case. You see? I just danced naked to control the weather. Crazy drunk cat lady, can you please up the naked dances? This week, if you could up the naked dances, that would be fantastic.
Okay, Casey's back.
Oh, they can't go on.
Oh, okay, almost. Up. Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Amy K's on the grid.
That was weird.
Amy K's on the grid.
So it would not think what but
Okay.
here you see all this.
Yes, radars that show velocity debris are now readily available to the public. That is a good thing.
All right, all good.
Now, a lot of dumb people, a lot of really dumb people will not utilize this information, and they'll still have problems in like trailer parks that just get completely decimated, but it's good for the rest of it.
What kind of work? What are you working on?
90 seconds, we're coming back live.
Some new electrical outlets outside.
Sean, you are gassy today? Have I been?
Just had a long extension.
It hasn't stuck with me if I have.
Did you do it yourself?
Me and my father-in-law did. Very good at that.
Little chit chat going on.
So I'm proud of you.
Little chit chat going on.
Anyway, that stuff.
All right, let's see what's going on with Amy. Let's get updates on tropical Aaron, tropical blank Aaron.
So cute.
Unfortunately for my wife.
Tropical storm Aaron.
Also is the one for the TV in the living room, so.
All right, we're coming back in 30 seconds.
To distract him.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
On the website, it's thenewsjunkie.com. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. And I hope you do go over there and at least subscribe to the podcast. It's free at thenewsjunkie.com. Here we are. It's time. Boy, this is how I know my week has started and underway, and we really got some stuff to go through. Let's welcome the wonderful, the talented Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35.
Amy.
Happy back to school Monday.
I know the kids are back to school, Amy, and I even saw you like college bound, and it's got to be so weird, all of this stuff, huh?
It's weird. My heart is just like a mess this week. It's just crazy. So we've got, so I went up to Tallahassee this weekend and moved Kate into her new room. She's actually going to live in the sorority house.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And her sorority house looks like one from a movie or something.
It's so pretty. It's really nice. They did a good job. They spent a lot of money on these things, which is why it costs a lot of money to put your kid in one of these fraternities and sororities. But
you trust these girls at this sorority? You trust them?
Yeah, so here's the thing. This is what I like about the sorority houses, which I think is different from the fraternity houses. So if you have listeners who know for sure, correct me if I'm wrong. But Boys are not allowed to come into the sorority house. No drinking, no alcohol in the sorority house. Like everything is very like buttoned up. Like the security's really good. There's a house mom who actually lives in the house with the girls.
How old are house moms?
How old? She's older. She's older. Like she's.
I'm just curious how you get
older?
that job.
Or is she 95?
I don't know.
older?
Like I would say, like maybe 50s or 60s.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but if she's cool 50s or 60s, she's like, girls, tell your parents the boys aren't allowed over here. There's no drinking.
Sean,
there's no
come
partying. And in the moment all the parents leave, it's like, whoa, yeah.
Boy time.
Party time. Just absolutely party time. Well,
It's just different. And if you guys have ever been,
That giant
and
box that said mattress that was on the way in as you were on the way out. That's
Right,
a keg in
right,
there.
yeah.
There's a keg.
But just like how the houses look, like the girls' houses are like, as you said, Sean, like pristine, like
Nice.
like pretty furniture, and everything's all fancy. And the boys' houses are like
Crusty.
sticky floors, stinky.
let me tell you, there is nothing that is a bigger indicator of the differences between men and women than the ages of like childhood to 30, the way that women keep their spaces versus men keeping their spaces.
And
Men
then when
are
you
like,
have like 20 in one house,
oh god,
massive
yeah,
difference.
yeah, and men are okay with like the coffee table in a 20-year-old guy's house could be one of those big spools that they put power lines on, you know, like they flop it over and
Covered
then
in beer cans.
Yeah, it's covered in beer cans and stains, and then all the friends come over and sign it with a Sharpie. You go to the young girls' spaces like this, and it's like nice.
Oh, yeah.
They put some thought into it. They made their bed.
no hair in the bathroom, but you go to the frat boy bathroom and it's like, we sprinkled everything to allow you guys to come in and
true.
enjoy yourselves.
Can I just say, I'm taking all of the things that I'm saying just from television and the movies. I do not regularly go to sorority houses, so I don't actually know.
I
but-
did crash at a frat
I can
house.
verify for you.
Okay.
I crashed one time at a frat house at UF. I was probably like 19, maybe 20. I even remember thinking like, this place could use a little upkeep.
These guys are a mess, man.
One thing that was cool was they had the composite pictures, because I like crashed on a couch in the main room. They had the composite pictures from past classes of that frat, and there were like some pretty remarkable names on there, or ones that we
Really?
know, especially for Orlando. John Young, the astronaut, was a member of that sorority. I think maybe Buddy Ebsen. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Let me tell you what, of the guys who went through that sorority, there was like one astronaut. There was like there was a lot of losers. There was a lot of guys. You're like, well, there was Kenny, who got a crack addiction and then ran into an SUV at full speed, and then there was John Young. You got that. That's what the guys do, though. I think your daughter is gonna. She's going to be great. She's going to be great.
We'll see. I hope so. I'm excited for her. So, and then Colton started first day freshman year today.
Oh,
so
my
that
God,
was
he's
big.
in high school.
I know, it's crazy. And then one more leaves for college next week. So,
hey, what?
Busy times.
This always rocks my world. Courtney was looking for this morning. When kids go back to school, the parents now do this thing where they take a picture of the kid with their class year. For the youngest kids, what's their graduation year now? Is it up into like the 2040s?
Oh, that's a good question. Like if you're in kindergarten, what
Yeah.
would be your graduation year?
Yeah.
So it'd be 18 years from now, right?
Oh, my
so
God.
that would be
2043.
43. Class of 43.
That's crazy.
I'm going to throw up.
I don't like that at all.
Also, I've been secretly just in my head doing a little light shaming of my friends on Facebook, because some of you parents have this like really nice elaborate chalkboard with all multicolors, and so-and-so's going into second grade, and then a couple of you just took a couple sheets of white paper out of your printer and Sharpied on first grade and just had the kid hold it.
Yeah, you gotta be an excellent parent like C-Lane and just shove that tablet in that kid's face.
Absolutely.
Just give that kid that. Here you go, Jackson. Read the tablet. All right, Amy. What's crazy is I'm already seeing people freak out. Tropical Storm Aaron. We know it. Fox 35 has the best crew in town. They're tracking this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any fear yet, or it's like way too early to determine whether
it's way too early, Sean? But it's what somebody commented. I thought this was really good this morning. Brooks Garner had posted something about Aaron, and one of the ladies commented that she's really concerned about it because this is the same track that Irma appeared to be taking a couple of years ago. And she said, they said Irma was going to take a turn and it didn't. And, we ended up getting hit with Irma. And Brooks responded that was 2017. And he said the technology has come even further. And looking at this storm right now, we do not believe that it's going to have a direct impact on Florida.
Ooh,
it is looking like it's going to take a turn. Most of the spaghetti models are in agreement. But as you guys know, it's still way the heck out there. It's still, we're still talking about, over a week away.
It's marinating.
Things change.
Honest.
So.
Yeah. I mean, this thing is still close to the coast of Africa, right? This thing is
still far away.
It's very, very far away. But what happens is even though Tropical Storm Aaron is closer to Africa than it is anything else, and it's got a week before it even gets close to like Puerto Rico, the problem is people will see the map and they'll see like the cone of death and they'll see like the path and they go, oh,
buy all the water bottles and toilet paper now.
Yeah, they start just panicking.
I mean, and you know what, Sabrina, you bring up a good point. You should have that stuff stocked up anyway, right? We're in hurricane season. You get the discount
Sabrina.
if you buy the stuff now anyway. It's the tax-free time to go take advantage of it. Have it so you don't have to panic buy. I always say just, better to be prepared. We know at some point, it's possible at least one of these storms might have an impact on us sometime between now and November. So just have it ready to go just in case.
Yeah.
Good advice.
I saw one guy online. You know who you are, sir. One guy online was so excited about the prospect of this being Hurricane Aaron. And the reason that he had for this was he just got finished with the install of his whole home backup power generator.
Yeah.
And so this guy's like, oh, great. It'll be a perfect opportunity for me to test out my whole home backup. And
Said the same thing after I got the generator and I did the tuning and the oiling and ready to go. Backup tanks, not needed whatsoever.
Yeah. I get it if you like want to try out your new toy, but I hope this doesn't hit anybody. I hope Amy and the crew over there at Fox 35 are right and this sucker swerves away and doesn't even hit the United States.
I hope so too. It's funny too because people are like, wait, we're already on E, because we don't really talk much about the ones that are not going to have an impact. There was a little talk about Dexter. I guess that was like a little over a week ago. That one went out to C. So we're up to E already. Well, fingers crossed everything goes well.
We will keep an eye on it. I know Fox 35 will obviously be the point people behind this. If you want to see what's going on, you tune in with Amy and you're going to learn what the updates are as this storm goes along. If it's not Aaron, odds are it's going to be another one after this at some point in time. Right. So that's why this time of year, it's important to start your day with Amy and the crew on GDO. What else is grabbing your attention, Amy?
Oh, gosh, you guys, it's sad, but we knew, it's just inevitable that it's going to happen. We had our first child struck by a car this morning on their way to school. It happened in Deltona. It was a kid on an e-bike. Teenager riding the e-bike struck as the car was turning out of a driveway early this morning. This is what's really crazy. There were 3 bystanders who happened to witness it, who lifted the car off of the teenager.
Really?
Yeah, and they did have to airlift the kid to the hospital. So that's always how you know it's serious. But literally got under the car. So that's some scary stuff. So just again, to the parents, just be extra cautious. You send your kids out there. If they're on those e-bikes, they have to wear a helmet. It's basically it's like a motorcycle, it's like and just people are just, getting used to the kids being back in school. So just really scary stuff.
How young can you be and operate one of those e-bikes?
I don't know if they age verify.
If you're
you can be younger than 16, I think. Right?
I had a friend in middle school who had a moped, and I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be driving that thing, but I don't know. but then he let me drive it, and I was like, sweet, I don't care about the law. This is so much fun.
True. There's a lot of that going on. But you're right, Amy, to say, just keep your eyes open, just be aware, and all of that stuff is, I think, smarter and better for everybody. around this time of year when the kids are going back to school. Anything else grabbing your attention today?
Well, this story, you guys may have heard about this. This is a guy that was going door to door in a neighborhood in Orange County, and the couple that answered the door, he was trying to sell something, and the couple answered the door, and they said they weren't interested, and apparently he was like, all right, and maybe had said something not nice to the couple, and so they followed him out down the driveway. He was recording video the whole time.
Yes.
They said some not so nice things.
Oh, this is in Hunters Creek.
Yeah, it's the racist
Hunters Creek
couple.
area of Orlando, Orange County. That's right. So, we've been following up on this story for a couple of days now. There was then a package delivered to the house.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about this. I wanted to ask you about this because we talked about this on Friday, and we said, here's the video that's gone viral. These people harassing this sales dude and saying a bunch of racist stuff, like proudly. And then something happened where maybe they got doxxed or somebody sent something to their house was alleged, but we didn't know what it was. We didn't know what the package was.
Yeah, we're following up on that today. So we still don't know the contents of the package, but obviously it was enough to be concerned. But because this is one of those stories that it's just troubling all around, right? The things that these people were saying are extremely troubling. But it's also the internet sleuths. And so this is, I just happened to pull up one tweet or, post on X about this video and, they showed the video and then underneath it, I kid you not, you guys, and you know how it is nowadays, there must have been hundreds of comments with their names, their address, their phone number, any history that they had that was in the court system. I mean, it was all out there. And it just goes to show that you cannot be too careful in this day and age, because if it's out there, people will find it. And I don't know, like, what do you do in that case? I mean, do they just pack up and move out of the neighborhood? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a bad situation.
If you see someone filming you, take a second and don't do what you feel like you need to at the time. It will be on the internet before you get home.
It's a tough one for me to feel bad for these people at all. I mean, I don't want
I agree.
harm to befall anybody, but whenever you see this, like, dude, you brazenly were being mega racist to a guy who solicited at your house, which I'm not a big fan of solicitors, but that's nuts. And it is one of those things where, though it shouldn't be encouraged, you should be smart enough to know that's a repercussion of going viral in 2025. And so I would love to know what that was in the neighborhood, what that package was, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're going to see if we can dig some more details. We even had a hard time getting it confirmed with Orlando police, but we did eventually get it confirmed. So working on that today. And you guys probably saw the other viral video of the guy that was vaping in the bathroom.
Yes.
On the flight, right? And pushed the flight attendant pushed the door open. And
I have a lawyer. I am a lawyer.
He got this guy, if you didn't see this, he's on this flight. He's allegedly vaping in the bathroom. And then the flight attendants try to coax him out. And he went from knowing that is that a crime, vaping in the bathroom of a plane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
so
is it
knowingly,
you'll get arrested or you're just banned?
I don't know, but he went from doing.
I think it's a federal crime, Sabrina.
He went from doing that from vaping in the bathroom allegedly, and coming out and getting confronted to very quickly trying to turn it around on the staff, and they're like, "You touched me! Okay. You should have touched me!" They're like, "Oh God, this guy, Jesus!"
Well, enjoy the train from now on, sir.
What have we learned about this man? Is he going to be riding the train?
It looks like, he's in trouble. It's strictly prohibited. FAA, it says that violations can result in a fine of up to $4,000, in some cases imprisonment.
You know how many vapes you can get with $4,000?
The stat I got from Fine Law was passengers who vape on a plane may face fines ranging from $2 to $4,000. So no matter what, he's definitely going to be parting ways with some money.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, we're watching this. We're obviously watching what's happening with Trump and the big announcement there. When's the last time you went to Washington, D.C., Amy?
You know what? It's funny you asked that. We actually went with the kids when they were pretty little. But my oldest is actually thinking about doing an internship in D.C. next summer.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm watching this very, curious about what's going to happen, because we've all heard, the terrible stories. We saw the intern that was murdered. Just randomly a couple of weeks ago, you saw the couple that was murdered at the Israeli embassy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And then there
we
was
see
that
these
guy
headlines.
from that guy from Doge. Who was the Doge guy?
Oh,
Yeah, that was. I think that was even a
Nice
separate
try.
one.
He's trying.
Chris.
He's trying to get you to say the guy's name, which is not a polite name to say.
It's not on his birth
Okay, I don't know his
certificate.
name. That's terrible. So I wouldn't have been able to tell you anyways. I'd have to.
They
Google
call
it.
him Big Balls, Amy.
Oh. Okay.
That's yeah. I just so you know. I don't know if it came up on the prompter, Will.
I'm glad it wasn't me. All right.
Good to know.
Because I'm
Thanks
looking
the
out
heads
for
up,
my
Sabrina.
gal. Yeah.
And on that note, the fantastic, the talented, and the person who you need to lean to, her and the crew over there, they are ready to go. Brooks Garner, everybody, they're utilizing all of the very fancy, high-end equipment that they have over at Fox 35 to tell everybody what we can look at moving forward with this tropical storm that's making its way across the Atlantic. So I would encourage
the phrase,
you.
right, Sean?
What is it?
With the truck?
What is it? Oh, I forgot
on.
the cool truck they have.
When the storm comes in, the thunder truck rolls out.
The Thunder Truck. That's what it is.
Did I say it wrong?
No, it's good. It's perfect.
All right.
Good job, Sabrina. You're hired.
Well, the whole crew will be informing you and everybody else who is watching this, and you should be all week long on Good Day Orlando here locally. Everybody else, fox35orlando.com. Make sure you follow them on YouTube and all of that good stuff. Amy, have a great week.
Love you guys.
Love you.
See you next week.
Lovely, the talented Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35. We got more from this bombshell press conference. In fact, I got that clip that people aren't talking about, but you think Washington, D.C. and sending the troops in and like the National Guard in there is the end of this. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like they want to do this in some other cities. So I want to hear that piece of it. We got a bunch of people from D.C. chiming in today. We'll pick it apart, and we'll do that alongside everything else viral today. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com.
Dynamite! An accident from the beach line
Hi.
eastbound to International.
If you're new around here, I apologize.
Working incorrectly on Alafaya Trail.
It's a bit
Valley and
doing today.
It's
a bad idea. But welcome into the show. We're going to get more into the Trump press conference and the snippet that I think is the most important, which is Trump talking about like, hey, we're going to go into D.C., we're going to get the out of control in control, we're going to stop the rampant crime. You got these misfit teenage kids with nobody paying any attention to them and no fear because of the prosecutors of spending any time in jail, and we're going to fix it. That's what Trump says. He says, we're going to fix this problem. But he also says D.C. is not his final target here. He wants to go to Chicago. He wants to go to New York. He wants to bring the feds into these major cities and get things under control. That's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. So tell us what you think. Also, thank God nobody pushed Amy to say big balls. Any more than they did. I'm also seeing the updates about this explosion. Hang on. In Pittsburgh, I believe. Multiple injuries at a U.S. steel plant explosion. WTAE says devastation and rubble could be seen from Sky 4, Pittsburgh's only news chopper. Multiple people injured. For the full story on what happened at the plant, Coke Works plant, C-O-K-E Works plant. They don't know the extent of the injuries just yet. Multiple ambulances requested, felt like thunder, shook the scaffolding. So we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully everybody's okay. You know, one of the dumbest takes I've seen today, side quest here for a moment. One of the dumbest takes I've seen today. Somebody says, my hot take is that Dyson vacuums are not for serious vacuumers. The battery is garbage. which is partially true. That's partially true. The filter is garbage. I have not encountered that. The canister is too small. It's an absolute joke of a cleaning tool. I disagree. The Dysons are expensive. I think the Dysons are better than the Sharks. I think they're better. I think they're superior. You know what I mean? Look. This one got the aftermarket battery on it. Buy them on Amazon. Genius. Hard disagree. Lady's very confused. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, there you are. Come on, keep coming. Cameraman, I know it's Monday, but Jesus. We have 1 minute, and we're coming back. 1 minute. All right, let's go into this clip from the presser next, where Trump talked about what the overall strategy seems to be that's starting in D.C., which will be a much bigger deal. Here we go.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now.
Great. Please promote other stations with no commercials. Brilliant.
Waiting for you to explore right now, like 80s rock. Featuring Van Halen, Billy Idol, Aerosmith, Def Leppard, and more for your summer road trips. Crank it up all summer. 80s rock. Commercial free 24/7. I stay for a white wedding. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit ReeseWindows.com.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
The DC press conference that a lot of people are missing, which shows what's next, shows what's coming next. And I want to get your take on this and everything else happening in the world today, all things viral here on the News Junkie. When we hear that the National Guard are going to head into Washington, D.C., you're going to have people spin off into two directions mostly on that. One is going to be people being like, this is fascism, I told you. Here it is. It's happening right in front of our eyes. It's like the feds moving in to take control of D.C., and then who knows where they're going next. And then you're going to have another mainstream take where people suggest, well, yeah, I mean, these cities are out of control. They're out of control. The crime is, on the rise in some of these places. Violent crime in a lot of cities is actually down quite a bit from where it was during the pandemic when things were really like spiraling out of control and everybody was ignoring it. So violent crime in a lot of cities is down. That doesn't mean it's pleasant to live there. The biggest problem I have before I get into this bombshell clip with Trump is it completely ignores what I believe to be the root cause of these problems. And it's not even just in Washington, D.C. It's also in Chicago, New York, and a lot of other cities where they have problems where people just don't feel safe going outside and don't feel safe doing stuff in their city. The problem is a bunch of, and I'm going to go full boomer on you here, a bunch of unattended minors. These are like teenagers from 13 to about 17 or 18. And then, up into the teens, they still cause problems. They have one parent household, if that. Their parents aren't keeping any sort of eye on them. When they do something horrific, they have zero concern for other people and only concern for themselves always. They don't think that they risk ever going to jail, or if they do go to jail, they'll just get out very quickly. And that is sort of their deluded, insane view of the world with no repercussions. I can do whatever I want, GTA in real life. That is what's happening in a lot of these cities, and that is what causes a lot of these problems. It is the fact that these households have parents that suck. They produce kids that suck as well, and they go out and they terrorize everybody else who's just trying to be normal and have a normal time. And I don't think, though, they could put a little Band-Aid on that the National Guard is going to be able to fix that. I don't think that's something that you can fix necessarily. But here's Trump talking about what's next after D.C., which I thought was kind of the bombshell line.
And we're going to have the same thing here. But then I'm going to look at New York in a little while. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Let's see. It's going to go pretty quickly. And if we need to, we're going to do the same thing in Chicago, which is a disaster. We have a mayor there who's totally incompetent. He's an incompetent man. And we have an incompetent governor there. Pritzker's an incompetent. His family threw him out of the business, and he ran for governor. And now I understand he wants to be president. But I noticed he lost a little weight, so maybe he has a chance. You know, you never know what happens. But Pritzker's a gross incompetent guy, thrown out of the family business.
You could get the vibes that he doesn't like this Pritzker guy who's governor of Illinois.
And now he says he wants to be president.
But he lost some weight, so
lost a little weight.
Well,
yeah. I guess he's shedding some pounds. That's what he's saying.
When I look at Chicago and I look at L.A., if we didn't go to L.A. 3 months ago, L.A. would be burning like the part that didn't burn. If he would have allowed the water to come down, which I told him.
L.A. would be burning like the part that didn't burn?
I think he was correcting his sentence before LA would be burning. If we hadn't gone to the part that didn't burn.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, that was a little confusing. It sounds like LA would be burning much like the part that didn't burn, which it kind of negates the whole thing. But that's what he's talking about. He's saying if they didn't send in the National Guard and put force on the governor of California and the mayor, Karen Bass, of Los Angeles, that they would still be having problems, is his claim.
About in my first term, I said, you're going to have problems. Let it come down. We actually sent in our military to have the water come down into L.A. They still didn't want it to come down after the fires. But that was it. We have it coming down. But hopefully L.A. is watching. That mayor also.
He's saying L.A., Chicago, New York, after D.C., you're next. That's what it appears to me to be that the president is saying. Will any of that come to fruition? I have absolutely no idea, but we can watch it like everything else and see where all of it goes. A couple other things I wanted to bring to you because there is a lot going on in the world. One thing that I thought was pretty rich was another person who is wanted for throwing a sex toy at one of the WNBA games.
What are we at now? 5?
He's wanted for it?
They suggested that there was like 7 incidents now, and that's some of them that we didn't necessarily have on our list, I think, if that's the case. Oh,
maybe
shoot.
the camera didn't catch it or something.
Yeah.
You know who's
yeah.
loving this? Whoever is that Amazon shop that you can order same day or next day delivery
right.
of the green dildo.
I'm guessing by the way they showed this, that this is the one that we saw where the sex toy fell by somebody's feet. All right. And the culprit is this man, who would have thought, wearing a Beavis and Butthead shirt at the WNBA game.
All right, so this actually shed some light on a question I had last week because we had talked about the one that didn't make it, that green one that you're looking at right now. Yeah. We talked about that one, and it was at a game where another one did make it. So I think the one that made it was 3. This was a potential 4th. And then we had the kid that got arrested for hitting a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
So he tried. So that's 2 failed attempts at the WNBA court dildo.
Some stretching, some practicing before we're going to attempt to throw it on the court.
Or just get some better seats.
This guy doesn't strike me as one of the crypto bros they were talking about, though. I'm
Has
doing
any of that been confirmed?
They had said that a couple of the green ones that were tossed at first had a cryptocurrency written on the shaft. I guess I should say that's what the original allegation was, but I don't know if that's been verified or not. But this dude with the Beavis and Butthead shirt on, he's wanted. He's one of the folks. And they say they're now up to like I think 7 total incidents that went down. Buddy, you knew you were trying to do the viral thing. You knew you were going to throw a sex toy on the court of the WNBA game, and you wore the Beavis and Butthead shirt? Come on, man.
TB for his old,
His what? So some sort of hole? Some sort of okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Thank you for asking. What's coming up on the next episode? J-Lo had a show in Kazakhstan over the weekend, and crickets, like literal crickets on her face.
Oh.
A popcorn bucket promoting Eminem's new documentary is catching heat from critics, but can you bang it? Plus, the search is on for the four-legged star of a movie that was already announced before they booked the four-legged star. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I've never even seen cocaine. I don't even know what it looks like. I just know it's powdery. I've never seen it.
Show them.
I'm like one of the. I got to be one of the only guys in this business that came through the '90s that never, ever even saw cocaine.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check after Central Florida.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Hey, everybody. Welcome behind the scenes.
Today, but we could see some isolated downpours as early as 2 and 3 p.m. From the Fox 35 Storm Team.
This is called Skull Mike. By the way, some juice. I guess there's some people at that press conference with Trump melting down right now. So I've got some audio of that. Amy, hello. Hi, Night Nurse. Back for the next episode in just 4 minutes here on the show. That's not that long, right? We'll hang out in the meantime. Is that what I think it is, Beavis? The WNBA is cool? Oh, was I supposed to say that in the... I don't really do a Beavis and Butthead. Can Trump get through one press conference without throwing insults at people? Oh, no. 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 No, it's always going to be like that. Yeah. I don't think that's going to change. It's going to be a fight, a nonstop fight, because that's the strategy. Fight, 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 literally, you know? Fight, fight, fight. That's the strategy for all 4 years. Now, I'm in a tough spot here because I think let the cities fail. All right? That's personally where I'm at. Let the cities fail. In my mind, if you have bad leadership, okay? This is just where I come from. If you have bad leadership, that leadership leads to policies that wreck cities. Eventually, it'll sort itself out. Elect Zohan in New York. Have at it. If the citizens of New York City believe that it is in their best interest to go in a more socialist direction, have fun. It'll either be a great success or some huge failure. But eventually, people will realize they're voting against their interests if it's a failure, and they'll change leadership. I don't think the feds are needed in these circumstances. I think let them fail. Let them fail when they're bad at it like this. That's how I view this stuff.
Our expert neurosurgeons are performing spinal fusion surgeries more safely and effectively than ever before.
On the other hand, I am a huge fan of the drastic changing of homeless policies in the United States of America. There needs to be a concerted effort to bring back facilities for these mentally ill in many cases and violent in some cases, homeless people, asylums that they can get treatment at in a humane and healthy way, free of charge, paid for by the American taxpayer, of course, because that will be a net benefit for everybody, including those homeless people. And that's more empathetic, in my view, than letting them rot on the street or do drugs in public. So I think the policies for the homeless people in D.C. or elsewhere are a good thing for society. But marching into cities and saying we're going to enforce the law over the locals in the state, not going to be a fan. Sean, are you going to mention the AI about the ballroom in the White House? I don't know the AI. What do you mean? What do you mean the AI about the ballroom? I mean, Trump said he wants a ballroom because he wants a larger room for more press to gather and for everybody else. We're going to talk about how Trump's changing the White House. It's pretty funny, actually, in just a bit. ABC had an amazing report on that. It's funny. I think I like it. Coming back.
All my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for cancer care. Located in Tampa, Moffitt cancer experts work together to offer personalized treatment plans to provide the best possible outcomes. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other. Learn more at Moffitt.org.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Busy day on the show, busy week on the show. Lots of things happening in the world of viral news, and that's what we do around here. So let's have some fun together going through all of the chaos out there. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. Don't worry if you're, if you are worried about the whole Hurricane Aaron thing. We will keep you updated. Every piece of news that comes in, we'll tell you, hey, here's what the storm's doing. Hey, you need to be worried or you don't need to be worried. You got enough stuff on your mind. Your kids are back to school. God only knows what's going on in your life. So we will take care of that. If you just hang out with us, we'll let you know anything you know. Now it's just tropical storm, but it could be Hurricane Aaron at some point in time. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'll kill you all. I'll kill everyone. Oh. And
nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com and the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're looking for a new home because Sean is going to try to kill you all.
Maybe, if I have to.
I mean, there was passion behind that, and I appreciate it. Someone who is also very passionate about making sure you're getting the best deal, and it's not a confusing process. It's That Mortgage Guy Don. Refinancing, buying that dream home, debt consolidation, starting a business, or expanding that business. Work with an expert you can trust and a real good pal. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Wait for it.
I'll kill you all. I'll kill everyone.
It was 40 years
ago. I like C-Lane's reaction on the tail end of that.
That was me live.
Was it? Yeah. Genuine concern.
1985, this guy right here.
Michael Jackson.
And it was on this day that he bought ATV Music, a.k.a. their entire catalog.
Oh.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Is right. Imagine how much money he spent, Ringo. And by that I mean, guess how much money he spent.
15 million?
Every Beatle song in 1985.
Yeah, him and Paul McCartney did not like each other over this.
Yeah, it destroyed their friendship.
but I forgot how much it was. I'm going to say $50 million.
That is very close. I'll give you the point. 47 million buckaroos. So many crumpets. And over the weekend was one of my favorite anniversaries in entertainment, the 21st anniversary.
Oh, no, it wasn't over the weekend. You missed it. It was Friday.
Oh, damn it. You're right. Okay, I missed it. It was Friday.
You missed it.
But it is still worth mentioning. Thanks for reminding me.
What happened?
Why am I supposed to remind you? You point this story at me every year.
Hey, I love a good inside joke. I'd love to be a part of one sometime.
Dave Matthews bus dump.
Oh, Dave Matthews, yeah. The poop thing.
21st anniversary on, and I'm sorry I missed it. Apologies to all the Chicago people as well as the DMB fans. But
there were some pretty good shirts that people made last time that band hit Chicago.
Because it was the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Now we're at the 21st, and I was trying to find the updated article on it from blockclubchicago.org. They interviewed one of the folks that was there on the ferry ride when the Dave Matthews Band drove across Kinsey Street Bridge and emptied the septic tank. 100 people were on that boat, and 99.5 of them were pee-peed and poo-pooed on.
That is gross.
There was a gasp. This one witness said, hit him on the arm, and he thought it was water. And then someone said, it is not. That is doo-doo. And everyone started throwing up, apparently. There was one motorcyclist who said he took off his helmet and had to dump it out because of how much. Now, for real.
You dump out the doo-doo?
Now I'm about to dump some conspiracies.
Okay.
In the wake of the anniversary of the DMB dump, there is a new conspiracy that it wasn't even their fault. I present to you this TikTok guy that I had to speed up because he talked too long.
The Dave Matthews Band was commuting for shows that they had in Wisconsin. They were commuting all the way to Chicago and then driving back for shows on the 7th and the 8th in Wisconsin. This incident happened on the 8th of August in Chicago. They were heading east over the bridge when this happened.
So
why would they be heading east if they were playing shows in Wisconsin? There was another band leaving town on the 8th. The other band that had a show on...
Who do you think?
The other band?
The other band had a show, and they were the ones technically...
Biscuit.
Ooh, it is not, but gosh, you're close. Those first two letters.
Oh,
well,
Lincoln Park?
Lincoln Park.
August 7th in Chicago was Lincoln Park. They played at the Tweeter Center in Chicago on August 7th. This incident happened in Chicago on August 8th.
Aha!
That wasn't Dave Matthews' bus. The guy that is my friend worked for the band, and I heard the true story of what happened.
True story?
Whose bus was it?
You know whose bus it was. You knew who opened for them. I think it was Lincoln Park.
Oh!
It's so weird that you would wait 21 years to have a conspiracy about this. When
doesn't even matter.
When I'm pretty sure the band settled in court.
Oh, the bus driver went to jail. 150 hours of community service after that. They did also mention that they, because of this incident, cleaned up the Chicago River. And for the first time this week in 98 years, they're going to be able to have people swimming in it.
Oh,
so
I would
thanks,
not
Dave
swim in
Matthews
that.
and/or Lincoln Park.
Let me tell you something.
Swim in that river.
It's clean enough now. After 98
Anybody
years.
who's been there, especially around St. Patrick's Day, the Chicago River, you don't want to be in that thing.
Cannonball. I also don't want to be in Kazakhstan because apparently they've got crickets everywhere, and one was on J-Lo's face. And she didn't even notice. I have to say, I will give her. I sent you the video there, but I'll give her the credit for, I guess, not noticing it because my note would have hit so much differently if there was a cricket crawling on my face.
Ew, this thing is huge too.
So is the
She's
sound
probably
on?
like, I look so great right now. Oh,
Look
should I
at
turn the
that.
sound on?
Yeah.
All right.
And there it goes right up her neck.
All right, crowd's going wild. She has no clue. She didn't know? Oh, I'm so glad that wasn't me because I would have done like a...
Get it off me. I would have stripped all my clothes off.
I would've freaked.
She just said, it was tickling me. and then went on with a concert in Kazakhstan.
I didn't know that Kazakhstan got big names like J-Lo.
Not usually, I don't think. Usually that throw the Jew down the well guy is the major performer from our experience. Yeah.
Popcorn bucket back in the news, and this one belonging to the documentary of
Eminem.
Eminem is right. And the new documentary, Stands, has been branded as, and I quote the critics, messed up.
All right.
Can we do a quick image search of that? It is designed to look like a pill bottle.
That's pretty funny.
I like it. I think that's funny, yeah.
And that's
good.
of course, featuring Stan, who wrote him a bunch of times.
Stanley Mitchell, and it looks like a pill bottle with like a push-to-twist lid on the popcorn bucket, and it says, "Take to get out of bed. Remember, it's not so bad." Oh, like the song.
And then
so
my
bad.
wife's in the trunk. Is that in there at all?
Yeah, in there somewhere. Yeah. Meant to call you, but no answer.
The bottle also on the top says push and twist, like classic pill bottles. While some fans praised the design, others criticized it, saying it was very stupid. While another said Eminem is so cringe, and so is this gimmick. If you buy this, it means you support corporations pushing pills on people.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, it's a little
Pill
sideways.
pushing people. Corporations.
See, that is definitely her webcam. That's 1,000%.
How about I rip it out of the wall?
No, it's
Because
it's a
the
computer.
worst part is that it freezes on my goofiest face ever. Like I need a fart.
It's
That
a
last one
connection
wasn't
issue.
bad.
Oh.
It's a connection issue on that computer that you're using, I think.
Is Windows 95 not up to
No,
standard?
that's not the
anymore?
latest. It's
That's
not.
wild.
Yeah.
It's Millennium Edition.
Very exciting. You know what? I'm going to put my bet in, and I could buy brand new computers for this place. We now have the odds because football hasn't even started yet.
Okay.
We do now have the odds on who will be the favorite to headline the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The big dance that's not basketball.
Anybody that you think would be good?
Oh, absolutely. So I'll tell you who's number one. And this financial exchange all went down at a great place, Kalshi.com.
Yeah, it's a great
You can bet
betting
on real
website.
news stories. So
Celine,
we have the.
I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you. I absolutely apologize. Celine, try just not going to her camera and see if that
Okay, but
changes.
if you're not
Literally.
going to go to my camera, then I need you to mouth my words.
Yeah, just like stay on another camera and see if it crashes, because I bet it doesn't, and then we found the
Into
problem.
me.
Yeah, go ahead. I apologize.
No worries. So at number 2, Post Malone. 3, Miley
okay.
Cyrus. 4,
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
5, Metallica. But at number 1,
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
That's tough, though, right?
It is, but he
Because
also called
Jay-Z's
them
the
out.
guy.
He called them out for saying, I said no to the Super Bowl in the past. So is he going to do it
But
this
he
time
produces the show.
Yeah, like if he comes out and he's like, I Jay-Z, have determined who would be the next best performer for the Super Bowl.
It's me.
And after going through all the available options, it's me, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's like the
sadly,
Jeopardy host all over again.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic is nowhere to be found in this list, but I think that would be epic. Also, very epic and coming up in less than 2 weeks, my friends. So, for the love of God, go to the following website, www.realradio.fm/comedy.
Hang on one sec. Celine, go to her camera now. Let's see if it freezes during her plug here. All right? And that's inappropriate. That's if it freezes on your face, it froze right after you did it. See?
Okay,
all right. They can still hear you. Don't worry. They can still hear you. But okay, go ahead.
Oh, and you can see me because on the 23rd of August, coming up very soon, it is the final of the Real Radio Summer of Laughs, continuing in Mount Dora. And I've got a gang of merry and very funny people, including the very own Christopher Dolores Lane.
That's right.
So it is going to be a hoot and a half. I want you all to be there. I just confirmed some very fun pre-show entertainment that involves whiskey and, I don't know, saxophones.
Saxophones?
And
Can I
if,
drink the whiskey through a saxophone?
I dare you.
All right.
Absolutely dare you.
Little miniature whiskey saxophones for everybody?
I think those are for cocaine.
I want that. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's illegal.
Sorry. What was I going to say?
Mount Dora.
I wanted to do the craziest stand-up gig ever. Cocaine for everybody.
I was doing a little research on Mount Dora, very fascinating place. There is a 5,000 square foot underground bunker there.
Shut up.
5,000 square feet when they thought that we were getting
Is that
nuked.
the AT&T one?
It wasn't sponsored. I just
Are they
going to
give you a tour of it?
Yeah, I hope so. Or I know where to go in case S goes down.
Okay.
And you go to realradio.fm/comedy and some sweet hotel discounts that I was just able to snag over the weekend so that if you're worried about where you're going to stay, I got you covered. realradio.fm/comedy. On the boob tube, I lost it. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. For those of you listening to the show, the stream keeps freezing on Sabrina whenever we go to her. Celine, are you convinced now? Are you convinced? Yeah. It's her camera. It's her connection on her camera. But we got some potential solutions. Don't worry, all is well around here. I do have something for you though. Okay, when we come back, the end is near. The end is near.
Oh, you're being real chill about that right now.
We got a little bit over a month, and you can enjoy this thing. But after that, you'll never, ever, ever, ever be able to do it again. What is it that's going to be pulled away from you? We'll talk about that. We got a ton of clips to go to from viral things happening out there. We got more on the Storm Aaron and a whole lot more on all of those things, more off, all of them coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from Severin Boulevard to State Road 408 eastbound, and accidents getting cleared on Sand Lake Road eastbound at Currency Drive. The left turn lane's blocked there. The traffic lights are acting a little bit funny on Alafaya Trail near Palm Valley. Travel with caution on the roads this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdor.
Get your own damn monkey. Nick Papa Giorgio, you get it? Okay. Folks, thank you for the past 2.5 or 3 weeks for your patience on the video freezing. Luckily, we don't have to restart the stream when it happens because of a very complex setup of delays in different systems. Oh, now I am burping. That we have. But we've now determined that it's definitely Sabrina's camera that's causing this. So we're going to try a couple of other fixes, and we'll figure out something so that never happens again. Okay? We need Congress to hurry up and pass rebate stimulus checks ASAP. All Trump does is talk about this and not force Congress to help the people. They already collected over $100 billion from tariffs. There's a lot of money coming in from tariffs, especially with this new NVIDIA deal, by the way. And I don't know how people are going to take that, because NVIDIA cut a deal with the U.S. government to pay 15% on the chips that they ship to China. Who are you upset for on that one? Are you upset for NVIDIA? Because I don't give a shit if NVIDIA gets taxed 15% on chips they send to China. I think that works out. That doesn't even end up naturally in a place where prices would increase on American consumers. It would increase on Chinese consumers, possibly, but that would avoid us. Who cares about the departs? Says Joshua. He does not care about departments. Joshua has looked at all the departments, Department of Justice, Department of Interior, Department of Housekeeping. He has determined, in his very Joshua way, that he does not care about these departments. None of them. Department of Booty, Department of Booty Holes, it's different, it's separate. When we come back, we're going to talk about the thing that is going to shut down forever next month. I guarantee you, most of you use this. You did this at some point in time, and you will never again have a chance next month. The department of your mom? True. This guy doesn't like departments. Does this increase the amount of NVIDIA bumper stickers on douche bros cars? Is that a thing? What is that, like crypto bros or something? Like, people put NVIDIA bumper stickers on their cars? What? 3 minutes and we're coming back. E-Bombs World. Not quite. Ask Jeeves? No. The Department of Used Dilders? Possibly. Sean, I sent you a link about the charity swim coming up in September at the Chicago River. I'll check that out. Thank you. AOL dial-up is correct. AOL dial-up. It is officially, finally shutting down. No more America Online dial-up as of next month. The end of September is RIP. That's crazy. Yes in chat if you ever logged on to AOL. Yes in chat if you ever logged on to AOL. Let's get a vibe on this. Yes? Ding ding. Lot of you guys must be like semi close to my age.
Want to win $15,000 in new Impact Windows?
90 seconds and we're coming back. People put all kinds of crap on their bumpers like TNJ magnets. True. As cringe as somebody who promotes OnlyFans all over their car and then takes their young kids to school in said car, not that bad, no. Yes, I'm 50, not in 25 years, but it doesn't matter. You still did it. Yes, there's a lot of yeses. We should log in one last time. One last trip to AOL.
There's one question every couple needs to answer. What if something happens to us? Kids, a house, a life you've built, but no estate plan? That's a risk you don't want to take. With Trusted Will, it's fast, secure, and easy to protect what matters most. Start your plan today at trustedwill.com. Use code radio to save 20%. Check it off your list. One less thing to worry about. Trusted Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Here we go, folks. Coming back now.
Check it off your list. One less thing to worry about. Trusted Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trusted Will. Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword festival to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's festival to 200-200. Radio.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
Many of you did it. I asked for a yes in chat if you have done this before, and it's like almost all yeses down the line. If you're of a particular age, not only did you do this, but it's something that will stick with you for the entirety of your life, and you can only do it for another month because as of September 30th, 2025, rip to the experience. It's done forever. You will never, ever be able to do it again. What is it? Here's the process.
Really?
Oh. This brings me back. The little yellow character. The little yellow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we're connecting, baby. The information superhighway.
Bing, bong, bing.
Yeah. It took so long.
So long.
By the way, these sounds don't do anything. You do not need these sounds. They were simply put onto your modem when you were younger to make you aware that something was happening. There didn't need to be sounds.
Gotta be honest, did not know that.
On your login process.
I thought it was just the thing.
Yeah, they put a little speaker on there so that you could hear like the king, 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 the connection, but it didn't need to happen. But we got that was like, oh, we're connecting. Give me the lightning bolts. Is it lightning? Jesus.
So loud.
Takes a while to connect to AOL. I don't remember waiting this long.
Neither do I. And a part of me is like the way that I react if the Bluetooth doesn't connect immediately.
Uh-huh. You're like, wait.
Or it takes forever to get to a web page on my phone because I don't have the, proper Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
We were totally chill with waiting for 10 minutes until you got to the internet.
Yeah, people would wait.
I honestly thought it didn't take that long.
You get the little thing that talking to network. Oh!
Welcome. You've got mail.
Yeah. Those were the sounds. Welcome, you've got mail, and you're logged in. You weren't really like on the internet, but you were kind of on the internet. And
remember that guy turned into like an Uber driver and then told everybody he was the welcome guy?
You've got mail. You've got mail.
You've got mail.
What a time, man. You would log in and you go, I'm on the internet. And then you go into some sort of chat room, maybe talk with other people in your area. Digital Cities chat rooms was one that they had. It was everything. And now looking back on that, boy, have we come a long way. It's unbelievable to think that there are still a couple thousand subscribers to America Online. They'll have to say their final goodbye because it's scheduled to close down forever. September 30th. And it's a party like it's 1999. Dial up persistent parts because some rural areas don't have access to affordable high-speed internet. Fortunately for them, other companies will start to offer dial-up service. As for AOL's service, a moment of silence doesn't seem right.
Is net zero still a thing?
Beeps. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That came in and changed the game.
That.
Yeah.
Net zero was something.
Well, did you actually log into an America Online?
Yeah.
I didn't. I got
you didn't?
I begged.
Right.
Because all my friends had AOL.
They wouldn't let you have it.
They let me use the CD we got in the mail for that whole 1 week.
Yeah.
That was it.
A trial. It was such a big deal. I remember how cool it was. It'd be like, oh my God, we are online right now. This is such a breakthrough. People sent in some photo dispatches of freeze frames of the last time you were making some attempts on the stream there. But
I'm just going to send you a picture of me and just
put it up there.
Go to that screen when I talk.
We could put this up there and then just that could
so
be the
aggressive.
stand-in. It is a little bit. Yeah.
Widened?
No, this is just how it comes across. But
yeah, I'll send you another picture if that's cool.
Okay, yeah, this is just somebody sent that in.
Maybe you just never knew that's what you look like when you're doing that.
My eyes are closed and Sade's playing. How dare you?
All right, let's see what we got here for some dispatches. A lot of people talking about the D.C. situation where Trump has said they're going to send in the National Guard. They got it's out of control and they're going to put it in control. And they're going to fix D.C. first, but then all these other places. This is what's going to happen.
Murders in 2023 reached the highest rate probably ever. They say 25 years, but they don't know what that means because it just goes back 25 years. Can't be worse.
Probably
Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people.
Sounds nice. Sounds like a beautiful place.
I love
Drugged
the
out maniacs.
5 things you named and homeless people.
Drugged out maniacs. The homeless people.
Rapists,
it's
murderers.
bedlam. Did he say bedlam earlier? It's absolute bedlam out there. So I said, let's get the feedback that would be most interesting. Let's hear from DC folks. Single Eye Steve has a dispatch for us. He sent his, and you could send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Here he is, new name. Thank you for the dispatch, Single Eye Steve.
So I've lived in DC since the 70s. Okay. And in the 80s and 90s, it was pretty rough. It was so rough, actually, that I had started a business where tourists and whatnot with their families could pay me. I'd come up and harass the family, and then the tourist parents could, push me back or argue with me a little bit and look really badass in front of their kids. Only once did we have someone choke, and that was super embarrassing. We actually wound up giving that family a refund. But ever since then, DC's been super safe. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Good bit, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. The hobo that took on my dad and my family in Washington, D.C. was not Single Eye Steve. It was a real, legitimate fear factor moment.
Well, you never told us,
family.
did the hobo have one eye?
Yes, he did. Yeah. He legitimately had one eye missing. I forgot which one because I was so scared in the moment of what was happening. And that man needed some help. Well, let's go to a real one. Here's Dead Dad Tim.
What's going on, junkies?
Hey.
Hope all is well. Currently listening to Friday's podcast, and your little bit with Sean rapping the Young Jeezy songs reminded me of the one-note beat-off challenge that the Love Doctors had.
It's a game, I think, yeah.
Callers would call in with a song. They would obviously tell the producer, and the producer would cue up the song, but it was one note. And Dr. Glenn, 99% of the time, would get the song correct.
Oh, no, I remember him doing that. I heard that.
Saying that, Sean, maybe going forward, you pick a song, a couple seconds worth that you...
I'm not taking requests, Dead Dad Tim, but I do appreciate the dispatch. I do remember that. Love the Love Docs, and listen to so many shows of them in West Palm Beach on the station we're on now, Real Radio 92.1. Love you guys down there. Here's Hail Fire, and this is somebody else in D.C. Hello?
Hi, News Junkies.
There you are.
I live just north of D.C.
Thank you.
And get the D.C. nightly news, and every night it's about crime, carjacking, shootings, individuals getting killed, drive-by shootings. It's ridiculous. But putting more cops is not, and the National Guard is not the answer. The mayor of D.C. has tried to start new programs, which, given time, they might work. But that's what needs to happen. There needs to be more money made available to programs to keep these young adults and teenagers from doing this nonsense. And that's how it'll stop. Throwing more cops at it is not going to be a solution.
Okay.
It might be a stopgap measure, but it's not going to solve it all.
Yeah. I mean, I think I disagree with you about the money for all these programs, because I think sometimes they're like, look, we have to have other things for the youths to do, and that's going to keep them off the streets. And people do this with racing all the time. Like all these dumbass kids who are like 17 years old, 18 years old, and they shut down the streets to do a bunch of donuts in the center of the road. And then whenever the cops arrest people, they say, well, if we had a racetrack, we wouldn't have to do this in the middle of the streets. And I'm like, please, come on. The racetrack's not going to solve the problems. I'm for programs for youth to keep them off the streets. So in some cases, I think that could be money well spent. But mostly it's just about punishing the kids that do this stuff and punishing the parents that allow the kids to do this stuff. That's what the biggest problem is. And that I agree with you on that front. Like just getting in there and like cracking down with the National Guard, you might fix it for 5 seconds, but then what happens when you leave? It's like the same thing is going to bubble up again, and you could blame the city. But the problem is, it's all of these people, these kids, these mostly teenagers who have parents that just don't give a damn. They're not in their lives or whatever. And they just go out there and break the law. You know, we all had friends that were like the bad kid in the group. And if all those kids know they can go out in the city and do whatever they want, it leads to bad stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I think we agree on that front at least. One more for right now. Here's somebody says they were in D.C. this weekend, in fact.
Good morning, News Junkie.
Hi.
My wife and I and my sister and my mother just were in D.C. Got there Thursday, flew back actually last night. Noticed a couple tents on the outskirts and maybe one homeless person, but no issues, way better, cleaner than we have here currently. So not sure what the big fuss is. Felt pretty safe as a tourist walking around for 4 days. Talk to you. Bye.
That's pretty close to my experience a few years back. It was that the whole homeless problem seemed to be like way less significant than it was previously. And it just seems to be like teenagers and younger people engaging in carjacking and some violence. I would venture to guess you're probably talking about 100 or less people that are ruining the vibes for everybody in DC and not necessarily being punished enough. That's what my guess would be. Like, this is not a huge amount of people. Not a huge amount of people that is ruining it for everybody.
And how many National Guard people are they deploying for this 100 people?
800, I think, is what they said they were bringing in.
It's an interesting ratio.
Their suggestion is that, like, the show of power is going to be what solves all these problems. Like, I get where they're coming from, but I don't think that's the social thing that's leading to this. I think there's other problems, as I outlined. Speaking of problems, there is a huge backlash today. Huge backlash today. Every time this story comes up, it is unbelievable the amount of backlash that happens. Now, once again, Cracker Barrel customers are absolutely melting down. They're losing it because apparently they have shown in an Instagram video shared by Cracker Barrel that there will be some sort of redesign of the interior of your local Cracker Barrel that's on the way.
God damn it.
People do not.
Country
they don't like it. Hang on, let me see. Let me
they mess with that store, man. People are going to get mad.
Hold on, let me see. Let's see what we can see here. Let's see how bad this is. Cracker Barrel, old country store. Now, every Cracker Barrel is about the same. You got your white paint on the outside, the Cracker Barrel logo. You got them rocking chairs right out front. That's been one of the things that we've seen in a lot of these instances.
Weird games that are missing pieces.
Yep. They got like the big checker and chess and all the different games they have. And then they got the place where you go and buy all the junk and the gift store there. But people were not happy. How about focusing less on renovations and paying more attention to your food quality? The quality of food has diminished dramatically.
That sounds like a person who goes to a lot of Cracker Barrel.
This person got 22 likes.
Sad. I just needed a lot of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Oh, I wasn't sad. I just needed a lot of this.
This is one of the viral clips. Okay, so the gift shop looks kind of the same.
That, a little bit of this.
I don't see anything here that's really crazy.
I mean,
please don't do this.
The food looks different. Like the way it's being presented is
this
not
isn't
what I'm used to.
This isn't Cracker Barrel's official online commercial for their Instagram. And I got to tell you, that does not look good. I don't know if you can even see that, but like the food does not look great in this picture.
What is it that we're looking at?
I don't even know. It's like
omelet tower with onion rings.
There's some, I think that's eggs. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell we're looking at.
Steak and egg hash brown casserole.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it says right there, steak and egg hash brown casserole.
That's one way to put it.
It's a
We're
mess.
too busy focus on the food to see that it's clearly captioned.
It's right below it. Please don't do this, says Jeff. It sucks. It's bland. If we wanted suck and bland, we would go to Denny's or IHOP.
Oh, how dare you.
We're not going there. We're going to our place, Cracker Barrel. They're mad, big mad. I've been in the remodeled version, and frankly, I will not come back, says this user. The county charm, I think they mean country. The country charm is gone, and the menu changed. I had my favorite breakfast, and the sausage and bacon had an almost chemical taste. The gravy, it was bland. Horrible management decision. I hate to see this restaurant go down, but I will not be back until they change it back, says this person. Cracker Barrel has somehow amassed the most annoying audience of people in the world.
But did we ever figure out what happened to Brad's wife?
Brad's wife still in limbo. We don't know. She's got that. That's a whole viral thing you can look up if you want. Cracker Barrel, Brad's wife. But the bigger problem they have is they have some of the most annoying mega fans. Cracker Barrel has some of the most annoying mega fans of any restaurant on planet Earth. They said that they were going to have a Beyond Meat option, not that they were going to take away meat, not that they were going to replace anything. They only said we're going to add Beyond Meat to the options, and the Cracker Barrel fan base melted down. They're unhinged. Some of these people
not here, not my Cracker Barrel.
Like, dude,
it's my dead meat body.
It's a restaurant that is not the fanciest of places. Why don't you just go in there and enjoy the slop? I hate to say it. I'll be the one to be honest here. Cracker Barrel slop food. It's slop food.
Okay,
it is absolutely.
guy.
It's a step up from what you got at the school cafeteria. Barely. It's a cafeteria based.
Whoa. We don't use the C word anymore.
Yeah.
Take your gruel.
We don't use the C word.
Wait, take your gruel and move on is what they want you to do. But man, do they have an annoying fan base. Let us know what you think. Maybe you're one of those people. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. An update on Tropical Storm Aaron in the tropics. We have a concert that grinded to a halt over the most bizarre of reasons. What happened? We'll learn about this together because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to let the lady win.
Really?
Like, I'm going to dominate her on the field and in the bedroom.
Not with that testosterone blood paint on.
Not
with a 100 and you're the testosterone.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple of accidents to look out for on the roadways here off to the shoulder on State Road 408 eastbound at Severin Boulevard. The left.
Hey! How you doing?
See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Deadline.
I got a story for you.
676-8477 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
I got a story for you.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know
Courtney went to her parents' house last week.
Those people are probably
And it was her niece's birthday and her nephew's birthday. And so it was like her and her family gathered around. And somebody got her nephew for a gift because he likes to play the keyboard and the piano and stuff. Somebody got Courtney's nephew a little ukulele. And so they're like, happy birthday. He opens it up and he's a little kid and he grabs this ukulele and he's grabbing the ukulele and going like this. And at the party, Courtney goes, slap it a biz. Nobody got it. Dead silence. You could hear a pin drop. He's hitting the little ukulele and she goes, slap it a biz. Nothing. No reaction. I had to tell her, don't worry. Just so you know, that was very funny. It was just that nobody in your family knows these movies. Hi. How are you?
Are you talking about me?
No, not you. I wasn't talking about you. Why?
I think you're talking about
They'll tell you. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about somebody else. There's another Courtney. What are you doing? Don't make my wallet disappear.
I'm going to.
Okay, use Apple.
Apple?
Yeah. Keep it under $5, please.
500.
Slap it a biz. I can't believe they didn't get that. That was so funny.
No one thought it was funny.
It was funny.
I thought it was.
It was funny. I'm telling you. I'm confirming. All right, see you later.
All right, text me if you need anything.
Okay. Of course, Arnott does not get it. Come on, Arnott. Don't be such a boomer all the time. 2 minutes. Slap it up, ass, man. He has the worst poker face? Let's be honest. I was not getting out of that. That was a red-handed situation. That was like, there was no winning there. I wasn't going to be able to get that. 90 seconds. We're coming back live. We got a bunch of things to get into. We'll start with updates on the storm. And we're still going to talk about the attack. I don't know if you guys followed this at all, but the attack on the CDC in Georgia. That happened on, Friday night, Saturday? Friday night-ish? Maybe it was Saturday. That's how fast everything moves in the news cycle. Like some nut job killed a hero cop and attacked the CDC because he thought like he was sick from the COVID vaccine, and whoop, gone. Gone. Out of the news cycle that fast. R.I.P. Nook Boy. He's slapping a bass in heaven. Slapping a bass.
EasyCater, the easy way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
In 1920, a magazine article announced something incredible. 2 young girls had photographed real fairies. That article was written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the man who invented Sherlock Holmes. How did he fall for that? Hoax is a new podcast from me, Dana Schwartz, the host of Noble Blood.
And me, Lizzie Logan. Every episode will explore one of the most audacious and ambitious tricks in history.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Hoax, and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword festival to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's festival to 200-200.
Radio! 104.1.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
Toss down a chair. Make yourself comfortable. Welcome into the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. And if you're new around here, well, it depends on how you're enjoying the show. If you're a podcaster, thanks. We're so glad you fell into the trap and now you're stuck in the podcasting web of the News Junkie radio show. If you're a streamer, if you're watching over on YouTube, we appreciate you. Hit that like button over there or subscribe if you're new to the game. And if you're just listening on the radio station, well, thank God for you. You are the ones who pay the bills. We love you. We appreciate you. And stick around for what should be a really exciting and interesting week. All right. You can email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people were chiming in about various things, including the explosion that's going on at some steel mill in Pennsylvania. Not really a lot to say about that. It looks like there was some people who were injured at this steel mill in Pennsylvania, and it exploded. And we'll see if there's anything worth getting into on that. Somebody says of the show intro to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Sean, why isn't Sabrina named in the show's intro? It says the 3 best friends you never knew you had, and the names you and C-Lane. That has been edited out.
Okay. That
has been edited out.
It's a weird way to find out. Was that recently?
Yeah, that was as of the last 2 weeks.
You start by freezing a frame, and now I'm out of the intro. Okay.
Yeah, it's all an elaborate plan to slowly but
gonna curse
surely make as many minor changes. No, what are you talking about, sir? The same intro that it's been for, I think, and I don't know if this is correct or not.
50 years.
Think 8 years, 7 years, maybe. It's like it's been the same thing for a while now. So I don't know what he's talking about. Russ emails the show and he says, I saw this article and I thought I'd pass it along. Even though I know AOL is still around, I didn't realize they were still supporting dial-up. Yep, we talked about that. AOL shuttering and closing down after 34 years after the debut of America Online and all the things that we learned from that. It was pretty crazy, actually, how big of a deal that was. Like, for a while, now the internet is the internet. We're all better off for it. But for a while, the internet was mostly America Online. That's how most people engaged with what they saw to be the internet. And that's just it's all changed so drastically over the years. Okay, let's see what's happening with the storm out there. I know a lot of people are freaking out. You got Tropical Storm Aaron, and you think it's just going to wallop you this week. Don't worry, this thing is a ways away. It's just now officially a tropical storm. It is forecast to stay away from us. I wouldn't trust those forecasts just yet. That's too far away. We're not going to learn much about that. We can't tell what's happening with weather from day to day most times. So this is way too far, like 2 weeks out. But it should be on your radar. You should be paying attention and focusing on the news so you'll know what's happening. The other thing that happened this week, two things I want to hit on. One was NASCAR driver Connor Zilisch.
Oh, is this the guy that...
Did he fall?
Yeah. He was celebrating his win, this guy. And I don't want to blame it on anybody, but there was some dude who was just walloping him with champagne out the bottle, and he's crawled out the window of his NASCAR after the victory.
They don't have doors.
They don't. It's got like a webbed, I don't know, net, I guess.
Like a mesh.
Like
almost.
a mesh thing. Yeah, that's the window of the NASCAR. And he pushes it out. He's going over there to celebrate. And then he goes to stand on the door. He gets hit with some of the champagne and falls. And when he hit the ground,
oh my God, he's twitching.
Yeah, he was twitching when he hit the ground.
Didn't he like bust out some teeth or something?
Jesus, man.
I think he did some damage. He definitely broke his collarbone.
Oh, that's what it was. He broke his collarbone.
I mean, so this man just finished and won a race in which he's going like 200 miles an hour in a steel death machine. And that's how he gets hurt. It's
and then
wild.
he hurts himself by going out of the window in the NASCAR and then slipping and falling. And I could see on the ground where all of like the Red Bull that he had and all the champagne was all over the place. I don't know if that made it slippery and that's what led to him falling, but he broke his collarbone. Could have been even worse, honestly. It's like,
I think he just lost his balance, but his foot was not. His left foot is still inside of the window. So that's what caught him.
Yep. And then he went straight down and his head and neck hit the ground.
I like the commentators like, oh my gosh, he fell.
He did.
It's very calm.
He did indeed, but he crashed and burned
and the pit crew came in and replaced his legs.
Mm-hmm. Put him back together.
And
honestly,
he was back to running.
The pit crew thing was when I watched last week's South Park, and every time they had to fix Christine Ohm's face, and they did it NASCAR pit crew style. No need to watch it though. I was largely disappointed with the episode because Sean ruined the whole thing for us.
How did I ruin it?
You played every funny thing.
That wasn't every funny thing. I thought overall it was interesting messaging and it was funny from beginning to end. You thought I ruined all of the good parts?
I don't know. There was less surprise for me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I won't spoil anything.
Not cool.
Anymore. This culture of spoil protection has really ruined things for us.
Oh, we can't
get
get out to the
anything.
theaters as quickly as you can sometimes.
You guys, I'm going to need you to plug your ears. All right?
Why?
Plug your ears.
Unplug my headphones.
Because I don't want to spoil the Jacksonville Jaguars game that happened over the weekend for
with the
preseason.
Lions?
No, it's Jacksonville Jaguars and the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Sports.
And they totally changed the game here because the Jacksonville Jaguars, dude, nailed a 70-yard field goal.
Jesus. What is this leg made out of?
I know, this guy's incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you missed this, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they backed up and attempted a 70-yard field goal.
Holy smokes. They got a shot.
He just kicked a 70-yard field goal.
He hit a 70-yard field goal.
That's wild.
I thought to myself, I was talking at the bar with Courtney about the 70-yard field goal in the NFL this weekend. And I said, if they build on this a little bit, they'll break football. They'll just break football.
Just make more of that guy.
Yeah, if they make more of this guy, and they could do 70, 80, 90-yard field goals, they just do one little pass reception and kick a field goal. Field goal. They might be on second down and go, we don't want to waste any more time. Let's just kick the field goal now.
What's the record? Is that now the...
Here's the thing.
I think this would have been a regular season record if it was in regular season.
It would have been. The record is 66 yards by Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens against the Detroit Lions in a regular season game. But because this is preseason, he doesn't go on the record books.
Oh, that sucks. But they could break football. They would just kick it every time they go, all right, we're on the 20-yard line.
Soccer.
Yeah, basically, it would be like this would be a thing that they would have to change the rules if they started kicking this many field goals from this far. You're not meant to be able to kick a 70-yard field goal. I don't even think the commentators had any hope for this whatsoever. They're like,
I can't believe they went for it.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
They got a shot.
I mean,
He just kicked a 70-yard field goal.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. And if we look at where this went,
did we also check the amount of air in that football?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ah.
I'm trying to see. Okay, where's the ball? I can't really see where the ball is. But it looked like it still had some more distance on it. Like this thing might have gone 80 yards, this dude.
I want to see that guy's thigh.
Crazy. Zephyr's Biker says a touchdown is 6 points. So yeah, twice as many points. Stevie says that's only 3 points. You have to have a great defense to win by field goal alone. What I'm saying is if people were able to hit 70 and 80-yard field goals, they're just going to score on every drive.
Yeah.
Right? They'll go like 2 plays and go,
death by 1,000 cuts and just field goal, field goal, field goal.
Yeah, like I get it. I know that touchdowns are worth more. I'm not stupid. I'm not as stupid as you think I am. But I'm saying if people start hitting them that long, they will change the rules. They don't want that to happen because then it'll just be like spend $40 million a year, get the golden leg, the golden pony, whoever they are, the best kicker in the whole league, and have them just do this all the time. Bootsy Moonshine says, mansplaining football. Sometimes you have to. You got to tell the people if they don't know. I don't know. I was pretty impressed. Congratulations to this gentleman. What's his name?
Cam Little.
Cam Little.
With a big old thigh.
Not little in our world, Cam. You did a great job. Congratulations. And by the way, one thing that's so fantastic is when a field goal kicker gets a moment like this, the team that never acknowledges them otherwise acknowledges them. And like everybody tackles them. They're like, yeah, woo! Star of the team for 5 seconds. Right back to Loserville after that, though.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, Cam.
Sorry. Right, Cam Little, right back to Loserville. Population U, right after that. It's just the way things go. So what do you think? Let us know. As I said, the tropics, the situation over there is that there's a 90% chance of development. Well, we've already got that development basically because we have a tropical storm. We're going to see Hurricane Aaron probably, and we're going to tell you in the next 3 or 4 days where this thing is angling for, and then probably like 10 days from now is if it had any impact on the East Coast around when you would see that. Okay. What were we going to say?
I'm just putting the calendar math together.
Yeah, I'm not excited if we start getting hurricanes again. How many did we get last year? Like how many actual hurricanes?
I mean, one, if I remember correctly.
How many did we broadcast for? One?
Yeah.
We did one where we had to do the broadcast. So at one time, and I think I lost power for that. I don't even want that. I don't even want that. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna be a no. When we come back, there's some changes happening in the White House, and ABC News took to this, and it seems petty because it is, but ABC News took to this with a report this week, and I find it to be so interesting. I want to talk about that. We also have jury duty on the way. We have this concert where they had to stop everything because of what one woman did at this concert. All of that is coming up in the next segment, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball.
Orlando City SC moved into 4th place in the Eastern Conference after they routed Inter Miami Sunday night. Lions will face Kansas City coming up Saturday. A battle to back up DJ Lagway is reportedly heating up at Florida's fall camp. Louisville transfer Harrison Daly appears to have a lead on Aiden Warner. And World Boxing Council is calling for ways to make the sport safer after 2 Japanese fighters died of brain injuries this month. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun.
Waka waka! Thinking about switching to solar, about owning about spending less on your power. Waka waka! Also being protected.
So we did a test there during that segment, and we switched up the computers that had Celine and Sabrina on them. So you go to the grid. Here's C-Lane. Usually Sabrina's on this camera. And she's still freezing. She is still freezing. So what's happening is her connection at iHeart HQ, either the webcam or something else is missing frames. It's dropping frames. When it drops the frame, it freezes. And we have to restart the OBS install. And that has been your edition today of tech support and OBS with Sean Moss. Illegals brought us soccer, says Flats. You're trying to get me to root for ice? Sean, would you say this is a cybernetic attack from the Russians? I wouldn't rule it out. I would not rule it out.
5 minutes or less if you call them at 407-777-5050. That's 407-777-5050 or online at Solar.
Sean out here troubleshooting? Yes. Indeed. We got to figure things out. Hang on.
Time means everything in regards to proactive
Hang on.
healthcare. And when you consider that 1 in 3 people
Imaging FLA, I think we can all come up with a million excuses to wait, but time means everything in regards to proactive healthcare. And when you consider that 1 of 3 people in America will die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, the very first symptom is sudden death, this scan from Life Imaging FLA seems like a no-brainer. That's right. Be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait for that symptom. Get ahead of that. Get this information. Go to your primary care doctor and start building therapies to keep you here for years. Stop making excuses and get your free heart scan today. There are just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value. Remember, you don't have to take off your clothes. There are no injections, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. So make that call today. It's easy. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan, and they will connect you in seconds, guys. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at that mortgage guy, Don.
Okay, am I back? Am I back? Okay, a couple of things. We have a lot to work in the next segment. I don't know how much of them I'm going to get. One thing I want to talk about, what are your feelings on this? Okay? There is a new piece of technology that they've just launched in a couple of cities, and there's a plan to launch this across the country. What the? Hang on. C-Lane. Yeah. One of the computers, one of the Mac Minis, is playing the feed, the audio of it. I hear it. On the PC speaker, I hear it.
I'll switch it up.
Okay, no worries. I'm just letting you know. The mics that check automobile sound levels? Yes. I'll explain it in this segment, but it's pretty crazy. They have launched this technology. They're going to bring it to more cities. And if you're what was that?
Are you still hearing the audio?
Yeah, with EPI.
Oh, hold on.
This doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the
No.
checker on identifyepi.com.
Yeah, it was my mic.
Okay, I don't hear it anymore.
I just got on my Mac Pro. See if that freezes at all.
An official message from that. I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure
Sorry. The new technology is deployed in these cities, and if your exhaust is too loud, if your speakers are too loud on your vehicle, or if you're revving your engine too loud, they will send you a ticket. They will send you a ticket for $250, which leads us to this like Skynet version of policing that I think we're headed for. And what that's going to look like is you're going to take your car out to drive for the day. And when you come back, you will get updates, alerts on every single traffic infringement that you have been charged for. California roll through a stop sign, that's a ticket. You're going to get one. No cop involved. Run a red light, that's a ticket. Improperly in the HOV lane, that's a ticket. Engine too loud, speakers too loud, it'll all be part of a larger thing. You're going to get back home and you're going to see, well, shit, $500 in charges for breaking all these rules. Is that good or bad? All right, we're coming back. I'll show you what this thing looks like.
Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You can't be stopped with Unstoppable's laundry scent boosters because they give your clothes 24-hour nonstop freshness. So even on your longest nonstop days, you'll be confident in smelling fresh all day long. Try now for as low as $5 and smell unstoppable.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Broadcasting live from the world's most dysfunctional think tank. This is the news.
Learn more about the show. If you miss anything, you can subscribe to the podcast. That's free from iHeartRadio. The links are up there right on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. Bunch of stuff to work in here before jury duty, and I want to do this fast. So let's see what we got. There was a concert in Mexico City this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw this. And, oh, God, I don't know if the guy said it in English, so I'm not even sure if it's worth playing. But there's a guy who they call a superstar rapper. And I was not familiar with him. But
rapper?
Yeah, that doesn't mean much. His name is Maluma.
Oh, my God. You don't know Maluma?
I don't know this guy. I've never heard of Maluma before today. But this was the day. It says, superstar rapper stops concert because of something that was happening out in the audience. He was upset by this. And he started yelling at this mother who brought her child to the show. And he said, like, what are you doing? You've got this, kid on your shoulders right now, and what you're doing is inappropriate. And he said, the woman had brought a 1-year-old, just a little kid, like a child, to the show. Let me see if I can open this here.
What's his name? Maluma?
Maluma, Maluma is the name of the actual rapper. This is the moment at the show. Again, I think he might be speaking Spanish, so it might not be worth playing, but I'll just start it. Yeah.
So he's like, don't bring him. With all respect.
He says, this is an act of irresponsibility. He starts yelling at this woman who is in the crowd, and he said, you're swinging your child around. That baby doesn't even know what it's doing here. Next time, protect your baby's ears. It's heavy. It's your responsibility. He said, you're waving your child around like a toy.
Didn't have those cute little headphones.
Like the ones that they usually use that look like you wear them at an airport.
Yeah, like any babies, they bring them a lot to the soccer games. They always have the adorable little head. They're not headphones. You can't hear audio. That's
they're like, they're earmuffs. Hearing protection. We have them for Jack. He doesn't always like them to stay on. You want to like rip them off and play with them or something, but we had them for his first 4th of July when we went out and saw the fireworks, and right.
I mean, if your kid is a year old, Jackson's a year old, Lane.
Almost two.
If it's a sit down concert, do you bring a 2-year-old to that, a 1-year-old to that? It's not a mosh pit.
It is not, and I'm sure the music is loud, especially the bass.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just at a very popular event with trucks that are giant.
I've heard of this, yeah.
And not all of them kids had the earmuffs, that's for
I
sure.
didn't.
And of all those
I saw
loud
plenty of kids
noises.
that did, though. I saw plenty of kids, and when Ashley and I, she was working that weekend, and she was like, "You should have taken Jack to Monster Jam." And I was like, "That seems like a two of us thing, like a two of us kind of both do it." But next year we have the headphones. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't know about shutting down your show and like just going after the bomb.
I mean,
though.
there's an entire stadium, and because you saw that kid waving around,
yeah,
all of a sudden you
He's
have
like-
to stop everything.
Yeah, he said a year old. You think it's a good idea to bring a 1-year-old baby to a concert where decibels are this effing high? The baby doesn't know what it's doing here. Next time, protect their ears. It's heavy. It's your responsibility.
He's scolding the woman for bringing a child, and he's cursing.
Yeah. I think he was pretty good with his language, but yeah, he did say the F word at least one point in time during the show there. What do you think? 1-year-old, 2-year-old at a concert, inappropriate? Let us know. Now, we have so many things we got to touch on here. A lot of stuff I teased that we're going to get to, I promise. But right now, let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. It's that easy. It's that easy to remember. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 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 or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, that's who you ring up. It's really going to be a smart decision for you. Just trust me on this one. I want you to be making right decisions. And this is one for you. After an accident, call 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. This is kind of crazy, and I think it's a glimpse into the future. And the story that's out as of this weekend for the Wall Street Journal says the new roadside tech busting drivers of roaring cars and serving them $250 noise violations. The story is about what's happening in Rhode Island and Newport, but they're rolling this technology into every major city in the country right now. And it's part of the network of things that is ratting you out, like red light cameras and HOV cams and all of that. The technology, which is set to be expanded to numerous states across the U.S., is targeting cars and motorcycles that exceed noise laws with revving engines, blaring stereos, or modified muffler exhausts. In late July, one such camera clocked a crimson Mustang GT at 85 decibels. That's 2 decibels over the legal limit, and instantly issued a violation. So just like that, you instantly give them a violation and send them a ticket.
Weren't there some legal hurdles to for them to jump over to install like red light cameras because they're issuing tickets? It's like a robot issuing tickets as opposed to a police officer, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Have we just cleared that hurdle for all traffic violations now, or should there be some process to get to this thing?
This is what it looks like, Sealand. It's this thing on the side of the street, much like you would see like a construction light on. It's got 2 tires and 1 axle, and then it's pretty small, but it has a camera on it. And Sabrina's saying she's seen these before. It's got 1 camera, and it is built and set up solely to tell you if your car is too loud, if your exhaust is too loud, if your stereo is too loud. And if
the
it
priorities are so messed up. I'm getting a vibe here.
This is what they're focused on. I want to see how people feel. It seems like you don't like it necessarily. Have you ever been in, I don't think this is a problem in our neighborhood. But, I've lived in some neighborhoods where people kept driving by and making like crazy noise in the middle of the night like this.
I mean, the worst was honestly the construction in our neighborhood, where it was like whatever giant machine that ended up not being that big, but it was shaking my entire house and freaking out my dog. Now, have there been cars that have been extremely loud that make the conversation at that moment I'm having with someone a little difficult? Absolutely. But I could say the same for airplanes if they're low enough. So
I don't care about like if you're in traffic and driving around as much, but in the middle of the night, I'm talking about. Like if this was 2 a.m. and somebody's just blazing out there and you fire off a $250 ticket for them, God, I think sometimes if you deploy that strategically, it would be good. But the end game here is that you get in the car, you drive to work and to play and do whatever you're doing. And then when you come home, they go, not for nothing, but here's your notifications. You were too loud on this street, $250 ticket. You were speeding over on the interstate, $100 ticket. You didn't stop at the stop sign on Lexington, $50 ticket. You know, and you get back and they just, and they hit you.
And then a brand new art piece is there at the park.
Yeah, like you got to pay your tab. You got some arrearage at the end of the thing.
Right. But is that good or bad? Would you want this in your neighborhood? Obi-Wan Kenobi says Sean is only concerned with random leaf blower noise. True. I would like that punished if possible.
There's a lot of leaves, Meteorologist.
I could get out there and I could say something, but no. I'm not going to do that. But these new noise cameras are pitting drivers of fast cars against their neighbors. Some of the people, the oldos, the boomers, are like, thank God, bring them in here. We don't want this anymore. The younger people are like, how could you do this to us? We're just trying to be kids driving around our fun cars. Where do you land? Let us know. 2 Tickets to Pound Town says, more proof that it's not about serving and protecting. It's about revenue generation. It's about revenue generation, all right. That's for sure. But I honestly think you could find neighborhoods where everybody would be in agreement. They're like, yes, please. I don't want this going on over and over and over again. I think you might find some people to support this.
You could make the argument against 2 Tickets to Pound Town's point that having some sort of camera or recording device do this takes like minor jobs out of the hands of the police, and they could do more serving and protecting and not less revenue generating.
I think people are just going to look at it on is this a waste of time level? They're going to be like, oh, was the car too loud? Was the speakers too loud? Who are you going after?
Now we have to make the adult headphones like they have for Jackson.
It's true, Heads. Everybody needs one moving around in 2026 for sure as we get there. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see what you got on your mind. We'll talk about the thing that's completely out of the headlines now, but crazy. Some nut job shot up the CDC, folks. We should know about that. And the first thing when we come back, I got to talk about is the absolutely unhinged weirdo reaction to the latest ChatGPT update. It's wild. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This season, Real Radio 104.1 is the Orlando radio home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hear every game here, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for an accident getting cleared up off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound near the ramp to World Center Drive. There's a crash partially blocking the ramp from Semorin Boulevard to State Road 408 eastbound. The left turn lane's blocked on Sand Lake Road eastbound at Currency Drive. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Alafaya Trail meets Palm Valley. Travel with caution through there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts.
This is how we advance.
NASCAR fans, meet Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney at Daytona. Be there August 22nd at 1 p.m. First 150 fans get a photo with Ryan and a number 12 Ford Mustang. Spend $50 or more and get a free Ryan Blaney fan pack while supplies last.
This is how we advance.
Attention, this is not a drill. The greatest night in human history is happening Saturday, August 23rd.
Get in, loser.
Hey, folks. How are you? I am so excited to share this ChatGPT story with you. I am. We are going to do that next. Some of the reaction is maybe as unhinged as it gets. We got some updates on the Trump DC stuff that we'll hit on in the final hour of the show, our power hour. Did you see? Sabrina's camera did not freeze at all. So that either leads it to being a browser communication issue with the crappy computer at HQ that she uses for her webcam, or a webcam issue, which is potential. I got backups for both. But officer, I was blasting the news junkie. So share the show Tuesday. Try that out tomorrow. I always thought the noise ordinance with cars was supposed to be safety so you can hear the sirens or somebody honking. I think it's more nuisance stuff. Like, we got a couple of Mexican dudes nearby who have these cars. Forgive me if this is offensive. I love you, Mexicans. All right? There's something in some portion of Mexican culture that says you need to have a car and subwoofers are not our thing. We don't care about subwoofers. All highs, no thighs. Right? Like, it is about putting 87 speakers in this car so that I can hear you listening to your dum da dum ch dum da dum ch dum da dum ch dum da dum ch 15 blocks away. Clear as day, I can hear it. And if you have a neighborhood where people are constantly doing that, you have to have some way for people to fight back. It's always been about nuisance to me. Couple of minutes and we're back live on the show for our final hour. So if Trump controls the DC police, he doesn't. That also includes the Capitol Police, so when he loses next time, his supporters can storm the Capitol with no police to stop them. As opposed to the last time? As opposed to the last time? Come on. It's National Guard being deployed in D.C. Allegedly upwards of 800 officers. All of their cars are like that, reggaeton blazing. It's that dun 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 Picadoo dun 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 dun. It's that. There must be a way to fight against that. Hence, $250 fines. The sound of Cimarron Boulevard.
Learn how ServiceTitan can help manage the day-to-day of your business. Visit ServiceTitan.com. ServiceTitan.com.
Is it A-weighted or C-weighted? How many feet is the audio measured? What makes the machine know whether it's speakers or exhaust or a nearby house party? I don't know. And there's a lot of this technology that's coming out, though, in law enforcement. I'm sure you've heard Insecure Walrus of ShotSpotter. But audio capture and audio recognition software is going in a direction where they're making a lot of improvements there. It's just, there must be a visual aspect of it too. Because if you have 3 cars in a line, hold on. 1 car here, okay? 1 car here, and 1 car here. You're the camera that's giving out the tickets. 1 car here, 1 car here, 1 car here. And one of them has dum da dum dum da dum dum da dum. I don't know that the camera or even the audio technology, if you don't triangulate it, can pinpoint which car is the culprit. I don't know if they're there yet.
$15,000 in new impact windows for Breeze Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
All right, we also have this ChatGPT story next, which is just glorious. In fact, I've got to get one of the posts on this ready. That's a whole lot of macaroni.
Sorry, Ben. There's no easy cater for that.
Easy Cater, the easy way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and
Here we go.
when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare
Here we go.
At orangebuickgmc.com, we are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the new.
Viral stories of the day. Learn more about the show over on the website. Would love to hear from you. In fact, with the dispatch, we'll work in some more of those in a moment over at thenewsjunkie.com. I got to find a couple of things here. One is this story about ChatGPT that I was telling you about from over the weekend, which was just kind of unbelievable.
I finally got my ChatGPT 5 to work.
Oh, it's about time. It's about time. Did you have a complaint about things?
I actually haven't used it.
Okay.
I just saw that I could access it, but I didn't really dive in because I know that some people, I saw some of the videos that were coming out about it that was like, vibe coding is changing the game, with ChatGPT 5 and stuff like that.
Incredible stuff. There was one gal's TikTok I saw that someone said, make me a video game with Spider-Man doing this. And then within moments, they were able to play a video game on a separate website.
Pretty damn impressive, honestly. I took TNJ AI and made it so it's now voice connected, which I was showing you on the show last week, but it's pretty impressive. TNJ AI, hey, are you there?
I'm here, Sean, ready to jump into the conversation.
Who's on the show with me, TNJ AI?
Sean, you're joined by Sabrina and C-Lane. The
whole crew's here. Yes, it's still picking up a little bit on what I say in between things. But what do you know about the News Junkie radio show?
The News Junkie is a talk radio show that covers current events, pop culture, and the oddities of life with a mix of humor and a unique perspective. It's hosted by you, Sean Wasson, along with Sabrina and C-Lane. The show often invites listener interaction, making it quite dynamic and engaging.
All right, thank you.
Sounds
Appreciate
like she has
you.
a gun to her head.
No problem.
All right, she says no problem. So that's just one tiny example of all of the things that you could do. But one of the reactions that I saw that just rocked my world was people were mad because when you go to ChatGPT, they said we've updated the model. The model is what controls everything and what kind of gives you your responses. And they said not only did we update the model to GPT-5, we got rid of all the other ones basically. We're now going to make it like the other models are like gears on a car that we automatically switch to when we need to. But no longer can you choose if you liked GPT-4, just like Windows has different iterations. You can't just choose. We're going to force everybody to go to the latest one.
Yeah, but you think of Windows, though, that's a linear thing. You go Windows, you go 10 to 11 to 12. That with the GPT models, some of them were better at doing certain things than others. Like I would say, I would look up like, hey, which GPT is good for this, and they'd be like, well, for these things we like 4.0 mini, but 4.0 regular is more robust in this kind of thing. So it's less like it has its specialties and nuances, I think, that people get used to.
People liked the previous model. I was going to say, like, for me, I used ChatGPT 5, and I said, this is really impressive, really good. I can do the changes that I did with TNJ AI in 5 seconds, right? Not 5 seconds, but close to it. But the people who are, like, in love with their ChatGPT, they were so upset. This is one of the people. Thank you, they said. Sounds kind of like Ozzy. Thank you, they said. My baby is back, they said.
Thank you.
They got their ChatGPT 4.0 access back. My baby is back. I cried a lot, and I'm crying now.
Okay.
Thank you, community, for all the posts calling for Model 4.0 to come back. And thank you to Sam Altman for hearing us. I don't care if I need help or not. I'm now with my baby. Hope all of us can be happy with ChatGPT for professional purposes and for those who want a friend. Love you, says
my baby.
Yeah,
With my
this
baby.
is such an intense reflection of what our future looks like. I gotta be honest here.
It's like you took away their partner, their girlfriend online. This
Did
person
you,
was upset.
It reminds me of the woman that is now the latest craze on TikTok, who put I think it was 68-part series of how she's in love with her therapist.
Of course.
But her new therapist is Henry, which is ChatGPT, and she just always references. And I was telling Henry about it, and Henry said this, and Henry helped me through, and very normal, this girl talking about ChatGPT like it's her BFFL.
That's so weird, right?
Very strange.
Big time vibes of the Her movie with Joaquin Phoenix. Big time vibes of like these people that go, you took my baby away from me because you updated the ChatGPT model. Big things are changing in this world. Another story out there, Ars Technica said, after using ChatGPT, a man swapped his salt for sodium bromide, and he went crazy. Guy went absolutely crazy. Bromide, maybe? They said that this guy was asking ChatGPT about a health experiment. He said, I'm going to eliminate all chlorine from my diet, which means getting rid of table salt, which is sodium chloride. ChatGPT goes, okay, you can replace it with sodium bromide, and you can get that over the internet. 3 months later, the guy showed up at his local emergency room. His neighbor, he said, was trying to poison him. Though extremely thirsty, the man was paranoid about accepting water from anybody, including the hospital. He told doctors that he began distilling his own water at home and that he was on an extremely restrictive vegetarian diet. He did not mention the sodium bromide that ChatGPT told him to take in this situation. His distress, coupled with the odd behavior, led doctors to run a series of lab tests. They decided, just jamming out of there, they decided that he was,
I'm sorry.
He was deficient in some micronutrients and that there was a case of bromism, which I have never heard of until today.
You guys have been doing it for years.
Bromism. Let me see. Bromism is what they said this guy actually had. This is the syndrome that results from the long-term consumption of bromine, usually through bromine-based sedatives, blah, blah, blah. It's responsible for 5 to 10% of psychiatric hospital admissions. What?
And still available to purchase online after that?
Yeah, I guess so. Neurological and psychiatric symptoms are widely variable. They include hallucination, psychosis, weakness, and in even severe cases, a coma. And so this can cause you to absolutely freak out. This guy said he wanted to get salt out of his life and chlorine out, stopped doing salt, did this instead, lost his mind because ChatGPT was giving him the answers in life. Just absolutely crazy to think about.
Isn't there something to say, though, that it can't fully blame ChatGPT? There has to be some sort of mental instability when you're taking the full advice of ChatGPT instead of double-checking what they're saying.
Yes, for now at least. Yes. I think that's the case. But before, it probably would have been that the guy read a book and like what he got from the book told him not to do this, or some pamphlet somebody gave him told him to do to take the whatever. What was the guy taking that turned blue? Remember the dude that turned blue?
In Mother God?
Oh, man.
It's silver. It's silver.
Silver? Yeah, silver. The guy was taking silver because somebody had told him, like, online or whatever, that was a healthy thing to do. And the dude turned blue. That was before ChatGPT. This is just going to be, I think, more common. I think it's going to happen even more as we push forward here.
If you buy sodium bromide, are there any warnings on it? Like, I
don't know.
You think you would
try to search for it? So
right,
try to see if you can purchase it right now. Meanwhile,
grab some for all of us.
I wanted to tell you about this real quick while Celine looks up that. There was a pretty shocking incident this weekend in Georgia, in the Atlanta area. A man who it turned out was mad at the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC. Police believe, after speaking with the shooter's family, that the CDC was the target of his attack. He shot and killed a hero cop who arrived on the scene, And this guy shot up. Let me see if I can find this. He shot up the windows. Thankfully, nobody at the CDC was hurt. They said they had been frequently visiting this guy's house. Here's an investigation report where they were dispatched to a suicide attempt at the guy's house. And they said they'd had a bunch of run-ins with this guy for mental health issues. But this time, he killed this officer right here.
Where'd he get that gun?
Hero officer who showed up. I don't know. Maybe this mentions something about
County
the gun.
Police officer now confirmed shot and killed, responding to today's active shooter scene in Atlanta.
Remember, he was targeting the CDC.
First reported from a nearby CVS near Emory University. Chilling video here, those officers moving in to take down that suspect as that gun battle unfolded. Listen.
You hear the sirens. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a big-ass gun.
That's the CVS that's nearby, but his target was the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. He thought that the vaccine, I believe, made him really sick.
Atlanta police reporting tonight that the suspect was killed. Though the shooting started near Emory's campus today, that may not have been the intended target. After speaking with members of his family, investigators say the gunman may have been actually targeting the CDC building nearby. They believe the shooter was sick or believed he was sick.
Crazy.
Blaming that illness on the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he got the gun. Like, all of the red flags here.
Yeah,
you can
especially
imagine
not the first run-in as far as his mental issues.
No, what did I say? Hold on, let me go back up to say 3 times over the last year. 3 different times.
Come on.
Yeah. And 3 different times where the guy was not under the influence of alcohol, but was threatening to harm himself. So it should be very clear that that person shouldn't have a gun. I don't know how he got a gun, though. I don't know how he got his hands on the gun or the story of the gun. Here's the window at the CDC. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll pop this up for those of you watching on YouTube, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Can you see this? Yeah, it's like he just opened fire on the windows at the CDC.
Pretty strong window.
Shot into the building here, and thankfully nobody there was injured. But this hero cop who pulled up and saw him with his weapon got out, and there's horrific video from a like a intersection, and you see the cop pull up, and then you see him just like shoot him and kill him and stuff. And yeah, what's crazy is, to me, I was mind blown. This story is huge over the weekend. By the time we get back to Monday, it's gone. It's gone. You got the Trump DC stuff. Yeah, whatever the next thing is. That's the thing that we're focused on. Just crazy. The Trump DC thing kind of trumped it, I guess.
I see what you did there.
And I guess there was a fight going on at the White House when they were having the press conference about Trump sending in the feds and putting DC police under federal control, putting the National Guard in charge, about 800 or so troops there. I want to see this. Sparks flying? Yes, please.
Watch them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any such of this, and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
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 As if police have been not doing anything before this, Eddie. What do you make of that? Whatever the hell they want.
Chris, to be honest with you, I'm trying to hold my temper. I think there's an ongoing argument that he's having in his head with Black Lives Matter. There's an ongoing argument that he's having with the questions around criminal justice reform.
Bros in his head.
It's interesting that he really doesn't really care about what's actually happening in D.C. on a certain level, because he's not trying to get at the underlying root causes. He's not looking at examples of how to address rising crime rates that doesn't require a form of policing that leads to increased incarcerality and the like.
Yeah, this guy's not getting. There's so much of this going on right now. This guy's not getting that. He is probably well aware of those things, but he doesn't care. He just has a completely different view. He
wants to do whatever he wants as well. And he will.
Here's what he wants to do. He wants to send in force to stop the violence in these communities. That's what Trump thinks is going to work. Is he right? I don't know. But he wants to send in force, send in the National Guard, make it so these kids are scared to be out there stealing cars in the middle of the night. make it so they start getting punished for this stuff. And he thinks that will dry it up. I think the problem's a little more broad than that. This guy's like, no, that's not the solution. We need to do this. We need to have programs. We need to have this. We need to have that. These are just, this is what happens at the end of the day. You have two entirely different views of the world and how to fix problems and how to solve things. Those are two people that couldn't be in different places if they wanted to. All right, now I wanted to tell you this since I did tease it earlier. ABC had a piece this weekend about the changes at the White House, which I thought was pretty funny. And there's some visuals here. I'll put this up on See It Now. Here we go. Let's see.
The transformation has been gradual and unmistakable.
All right, they show the transformation of the White House. First, Trump put in some pictures. You know, I think Biden was still here at this point. You see some gold frame pictures in there. Then they added a bunch of gold things on the mantle, like little things of this and that. I don't know what they are, actually. And then there just became more and more things in the room in the Oval Office.
I'm getting a palace vibe here.
Yeah, this is big time. This is why South Park does the Saddam Hussein stuff. But look at the difference here, and there's like 5 paintings on the wall versus here, and it starts to look like the line for that Harry Potter ride where all the paintings, the mouths move.
It's starting to look cluttered, I think.
It's a little bit much on the walls here, I guess.
The feng shui is off.
Yeah, this is like much more intense.
Here's what it looked like in November when Trump visited Biden after the election. By February, some golden urns on the mantle.
So much going on.
April, gold adornments appear on the walls. By July, it's gold.
It's gold on gold on gold.
Everything. Give me the gold.
Do you think he's doing that or Melania's taking some part in it?
I have no idea.
I don't even know if she lives there anymore.
Somebody likes gold. I'll put this up. I'm taking a snapshot of it right now. I'll put it up over on See It Now so you can see the difference.
Everywhere. Just this week, more scaffolding popped up. Even more new gold trim appeared.
More gold.
The room where presidents have long struggled with the big decisions has never looked so golden. And have you seen the Rose Garden lately? Jackie Kennedy's creation. The grass has now been replaced with bright white paving tiles.
Unbelievable.
You might call it the Rose Patio. The latest addition this week, umbrellas.
Golden umbrellas, you might say.
Are these taxpayer dollars?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, no, they are. They just, any changes at the White House would definitely be taxpayer dollars. I know Trump does say he's going to pay for things from time to time. I don't know what he's actually paid for, but just as of like last week, he was like, I'm going to pay for this, I'm going to pay for that. I don't know what he's actually paid for.
A lot of the stuff that you would think might be just included, they have to pay for at the end. Like I think all the food and stuff they're billed for, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You get a fat bill after your presidency?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and I mean, you get paid for being the president for those years, but I think the bill is like, I think it's like one of those things where they go, okay, what's the president get? $250,000? Or is it more than that now?
I thought it was
a year.
I thought it was less than that, but
see what the presidential salary is in 2025. And a lot of times they'll forego that. Or sometimes they'll forego that. But I feel
$400,000.
$400,000? So $400,000 a year.
And that's been unchanged since 2001.
Okay.
After 9/11, you get $200,000 more.
1.6 mil allegedly before taxes on the way out. But
then
they
get
go
an expense allowance too.
Yes. Well, I'm sure they got. I mean, everything's an expense. Literally everything that the president does is an expense. But when you're leaving, they go, okay, 1.6 million would be your payout, but of course we're going to take some taxes from you. We're going to take this and we're going to take that. And then, of course, the White House kitchen has a bill for you, and that's $450,000, and then nickel and dime you till you got nothing left. They take it all away on the way out. So let us know what you think. Take a look at that. The changes in the White House. You can see it. It's on See It Now over on thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll get into your feedback, and we'll do a grab bag segment. I got a bunch of clips to play. We'll get your reaction on all of this. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
All lanes are blocked on Winter Garden Vineland Road northbound. At Palm Parkway, southbound lanes are being affected as well. Keep an eye out for a car stopped on the shoulder on I-95 at State Road 100. Getting cleared up there. No serious accidents on the major roadways affecting your ride at the moment, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Good news, I-4 drivers. The Darrell Carter Parkway interchange is now open, bringing a new connection to I-4 and helping to ease congestion at nearby interchanges. Learn more at i4beyond.com/Darrell Carter.
Hey guys, if you've been thinking about going solar and maybe you're on the fence because of money reasons, or maybe you just haven't really thought the whole thing through yet, you got to think about it sooner than later, because right now is the cheapest time to go solar. And my friends at Solar Installers of Florida want to help you out. They have been providing solar for 17 years in this business around Florida, and they know what they're doing, and they work on your financing options. They'll help you out with that. And you can have all different kinds of solar. You can have it on your roof. They'll do the ground solar if you have a lot of land, or you want to get a pergola. They'll do that for you too. And the batteries, they're getting more expensive. The tax credits are going away. It's going to get more expensive if you don't act now. So what do? You call them to get a quote. They can get you a quote in 5 minutes or less. Financing is available. You want to save money? They can make it happen. You can start saving immediately from your current power bill, and you just call them at 407-777-5050. That's 407-777-5050, or visit them online, solarinstallersoflorida.com.
It was a typical day in Central Florida until the word got out. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down. Just go to RC Hill. RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand and Ocala, where every vehicle is just a dime. Right, RC?
Yes, sir. 400 vehicles, one dime down. New Mitsubishi's just 15 grand. Even new Outlander SUVs, plus acres of pre-owned. They're all just one dime down.
And get 0% financing for 60 months.
Need credit? Just ask for Credit Amnesty. If you bring home 400 a week, you could get up to $30,000 in credit.
30 grand with only one dime down.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi, 2 locations in DeLand and Ocala.
Where it's a crime to pay more than a dime.
400 vehicles, one dime down.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
New 25 Outlander ES 32.2 dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season finale in 2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of .047 seconds. Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. Race fans, enhance your race weekend by adding the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone and pre-race access. To get more information, go to the website DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or give them a call, 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new...
Is he not Dolmiking you? No Dolmike?
Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinance expires 9/7/25.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud and Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud and Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud or Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
Guys, you deserve to look your best and treat yourself. Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys is where you got to go. They offer premium grooming services in a space.
I know where Dolmike is. He's just stacking money with all these live reads today. Unbelievable.
Pampered, sink into an oversized leather throne, grab some noise-canceling headphones, grab your favorite beverage. They got a bar right there in front, from beer to bourbon. They've got it all, and their skilled artist will deliver a premium cut, razor outline, warm foam, shampoo, scalp massage, lavender-infused hot towel. It is first-class grooming, and it's only available at Hammer and Nails. Locations right now: Oviedo, Winter Park, Winter Garden, and Windermere. Treat yourself to Hammer and Nails online at hammerandnailsgrooming.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare.
All right, we're coming back right now. We're coming back.
And how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 80s rock. Featuring Van Halen, Billy Idol, Aerosmith, Def Leppard, and more for your summer road trips. Crank it up all summer. 80s rock. Commercial-free 24/7.
I stay for a white wedding.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
A short amount of time. We're going to get a bunch of different things in that are unrelated, and we'll start off with something pretty funny here in just a moment. Let's find out where this happened first, because I don't want to screw this up. This was in Frederick, Maryland, where they had a city council meeting, and as you can imagine, everybody at the city council meeting was chill, and it was just totally normal, and they got things accomplished. That's what happened. Yep. It was like, everybody.
No wonder it went viral. Obviously, this
of course
is something we see all the time, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like everything went well. Local government worked the right way. No.
Everybody spoke in a calm tone and said mostly things that make sense.
Speaking of that, here's what happened. Ready? Here's one particular gentleman who went forward to address the federal government, or the Frederick.
My opinion of you communist bastards. God bless the USA.
Okay, you can see what the gentleman's shirt says here. You can see what his shirt says. He's wearing a pinwheel hat, and he mooned the local government in Frederick, where he was located, after setting up a phone on a stand, because you obviously want to record this stuff. You want to go up there and show them your butt and film it for the world.
This is my opinion of you communist bastards.
Communist bastards.
God bless the USA.
I love the moment here where you have this particular guy. It's just, all right, another idiot. Here we go.
Up next, Anna.
Oh, what else do we got? World's smallest C word is what his shirt says.
And vote for Derek Connery in this election cycle.
I have no idea what he said at the end.
Vote for something equality this election cycle?
One last time. Here.
Derek Connery in this election cycle.
Gender equality.
Idea. Gender equality?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that's okay?
Vote for Derek Connery in this election cycle.
Whatever it wasn't very successful at swaying me, because the man who showed his ass didn't properly clarify what his point was. But
also, someone else's video went viral, not his phone on the stand.
Yeah, his didn't even look to be pointed in the right direction, if I'm honest with you. Meanwhile, an update in the Ghislaine Maxwell Epstein stuff, that has not gone away. The federal judge overseeing the docket in the Ghislaine Maxwell case says he's not going to take the extraordinary step of unsealing grand jury records in the case. That's what people were asking for, because almost all the grand jury material came out at her trial. He says nothing in the transcripts identifies anybody other than Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell as having sexual contact with minors.
But wasn't she just begging that they do not do it? Like her representatives had said on her behalf.
To release the info?
No, to not. Like she had requested to not release the information from grand jury. So there is something that has not been exposed.
The judge is saying that almost all the grand jury material came out and there's nobody else identified as having sexual contact with minors other than Epstein and Maxwell. Importantly, the judge notes the grand jury was not used for investigative purposes. It was just 2 law enforcement agents detailing the results of their investigation. The judge writes that the documents, let me go in, do not discuss or identify any of Epstein's or Maxwell's clients. They do not reveal any heretofore unknown methods or means of Epstein or Maxwell's crimes. They do not reveal any new venues at which the crimes occurred. They do not reveal new sources of their wealth. They do not explore the circumstances of Epstein's death. They do not reveal the path of the government's investigation. So the judge saying nothing new here, and that rolls down the line a little bit further. Paramount just putting together this big deal, the big fat merger, baby, the merger with Skydance. And now they've announced a deal, and not the South Park deal. Forget that. That's tiddlywinks compared to this. Paramount has just purchased the UFC rights in a 7-year deal for $7.7 billion. All 43 annual UFC live events, which will be exclusively streamed on Paramount
There's
Plus.
43 of those?
Who had
I guess
that before?
I don't know. That's a lot, though. I think UFC. It says Paramount won't charge users any additional fees for access to the events, eliminating the pay-per-view model that ESPN has used for certain premium UFC events. Disney's ESPN had been paying an average of $500 million for 5 years of UFC rights. That deal expires at the end of this year. The pay-per-view model is a thing of the past, they said.
It went from $500 million for 5 years.
Yep.
To, what did you say, $7 billion for 8 years?
$1.1 billion a year, $7.7 billion for the entirety of the 7-year deal.
I think they were paying $500 million a year.
They were paying $500 million a year, but the UFC was also getting a portion of what people paid for the events. Now, Paramount Plus says we want to give it all to Paramount Plus subscribers every UFC fight. No, you don't have to pay anything more, but they think it'll drive more people over to subscribe to Paramount Plus.
Without a doubt. And Netflix is like, hey, Jake Paul, you want to do another stupid fight with an old guy?
Do you guys have Paramount Plus?
I do.
We do.
You do? Yeah. Oh, man. You gonna watch? Will you watch a single UFC fight or no?
I like going to places to watch with people.
Yeah.
And then I also say, okay, it's now 11:30 and we're still not at the main fight. I'm getting tired.
It does go on a while.
Could we do maybe like an earlier, like a matinee fight?
Yeah, matinee fight.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I don't know if they're going to do that for you, but they are suggesting that they're not going to charge anymore. They want everybody to get access to these fights from UFC. But will Paramount Plus subscribers watch? That's the big question.
I feel like we could get rid of Paramount Plus if we just had our own archive of Criminal Minds. That's the only reason we have Paramount Plus.
Well, South Park.
Now.
South Park is the newer one, yeah. And real quick before we take a break, a husband and wife gravestone have gone viral. People have noticed this weekend the shocking difference between the two. James Delmage Ross, JD is his name, died in 1939. His gravestone says J.D. Ross was one of the greatest Americans of our generation, was an outstanding mathematician and an equally great engineer. He had also the practical ability to make things work in the sphere of public opinion and successful business. More than that, he was a philosopher and a lover and a student of trees and flowers. His successful career and especially his long service on behalf of the public interest are worthy of study by Americans every day. That's James Delmage Ross. His wife buried below him, Alice Maud Ross, devoted and loving wife to JD.
You have
That's
got
it.
to be kidding
He got a
me.
paragraph. Homeboy got a paragraph. Homeboy got a paragraph. She died some almost 20 years later and devoted and loving wife to JD. By the way.
You know how many
By the
lovers
way.
and tree fanatics she got with after he died?
No, nothing about you studying his career in long service. Just she was born in 1883, died in 1956. Alice went down as devoted and loving wife to JD. JD, all of the things. Franklin D. Roosevelt even suggested this about Mr. JD. But Alice, no, devoted and loving wife. That's it. That's all she got. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
He
When
also
we
has
come
a
back.
Wikipedia page, but his wife does not.
Oh,
Alice.
doubly rude.
Someone make her a wiki page.
Doubly rude. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today, we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
He is always on TikTok.
It is. Listen, I have shunned most of all of my other social. I am a TikTok guy.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And for today, we will be seeing a dry first half of the day with temperatures heating up by this afternoon, a high of around 92 degrees. So overall seasonable in Orlando. We'll be expecting shower and storm chances to be pretty scattered, mainly throughout the afternoon hours. Best chances will take place from 3 p.m., lasting through about 9 o'clock tonight. As we head into the next couple of days, slightly drier conditions will unfold with temperatures heating up into the mid-90s as a result. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Had a nightmare last night. An actual, bona fide, real nightmare. And I woke up and realized that it was dreaming. That my air conditioning was actually still working, that all was well, that I didn't need to call Mills Air just yet. Legitimately, last night, woke up in the middle of the night freaking out, and I had to make sure. I told Courtney, I said, I'll be right back. And I leave the room, and I go out and put my hand over the AC vent, and I feel that cool air. And I go, okay, everything's fine in the world. Everything's right now. That was just a nightmare. If you're living through the nightmare of having an air conditioning problem, don't worry. There's a good company out there that's going to do the right thing by you. They are going to be honest with you at Mills Air. They're going to treat you right at Mills Air. Unlike all these other companies that are fly-by-night or they're robber barons, just trying to get as much out of you as they can. Mills Air is a real deal, family-owned and operated, locally owned and operated company. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a phone call at this number, 407-277-1159. I said that kind of weird. Give them a call at this number, 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Sometimes injuries that may seem minor today affect you for the rest of your life. Not all injuries are visible. I've seen it too many times. A client hires the wrong attorney who just wants to get fast cash. You've already gotten hurt in the accident. Don't get hurt again.
Did I do that? Urkel. It's Urkel. Rate the show, rate the show, rate the show. You've now seen it. 4 hours have gone by. At least some percentage of it was spent in your company. Rate the show. Out of 10, what are we looking at? 10 out of 10, huh? 10 out of 10? 9 out of 10, maybe? I'm going to say 7.0. 7.0. Just above the Stepafee who says 6.9. 9 gold toilets out of 10. A 4.8 from the Kevster. Kevster worse than the German judges. Painful. A 4.8. Ain't never going to get the gold. DK says 20 out of 10, which puts us back on top. Mathematically impossible, but we've done it. It's happened. 2.7 out of 4 stars, not following the instructions. I've been here for 30 minutes, 6 out of 10. Presidential out of 10, 8.75, 10 out of 10 meows. I agree, 69 out of 100. Boobs out of 10. Boobs out of 10. When I was a young boy, I started in broadcasting with the true aim of once getting to a boobs out of 10 rating. Here we are. Nominate Chatter of the Day, please.
Looking for top quality fencing in Florida? Fence Outlet has been the state's fencing expert for over 30 years. With 8 convenient locations, we offer a wide variety of styles and colors to enhance your property's security.
Hey! Hey, how you doing?
License number C-1025 and C-10803.
Harry Sip and Savor is back. Enjoy craft beers from Green Bench Brewing Company and a multi-course menu from the talented chef Ella Luna. Sit back and enjoy as Harry Sip and Savor delivers unbelievable flavors featuring multiple chef-made dishes paired with craft beers from Green Bench Brewing Company. It's happening Saturday.
Who's our Chatter of the Day?
Rosen Center. Make your reservations today. Simply visit Harry's.
Flats Fisherman? Nah. He was kind of nutso. A little unhinged.
Your cruise is booked, but why rush to the port when you can start your vacation early? The legendary Cocoa Beach is your ultimate pre-cruise paradise. Just
Give it a ThinkPad? I didn't even see ThinkPad.
sandy shores, surf some waves, or kayak with dolphins.
I nominate Trump because he caused the most chatter in here today. Congratulations to President Trump. Our Chatter of the Day. Boobs out of 10. They said he couldn't do it. All right, we're coming back. 30 seconds. Let's wrap this up.
So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to
Some good stuff on the way out here. Buckle up. Let's go fast.
about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
And today, we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Big week ahead of us. Lots to get to and some excitement and fireworks along the way for sure. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see what we got on the way out. You guys see the big fake butter story that everybody was talking about?
I saw you posting about it.
Yeah, like
Tell me more.
It looks good, but I don't have a problem with just butter. Like, butter is delicious. I don't know if I want the fake butter that they're trying to push on me here.
What do you mean,
What's
like
it made
margarine?
of?
It's made of, like they say carbon, but literally everything is made of carbon. Let me see what CBS News said, because this was the story that was going viral.
It looks, smells, and tastes like the butter we're all familiar with, but without the farmland, fertilizers, or emissions tied to that typical process.
No plants, animals, or oil involved in the making of the butter.
What's
right?
it made of? This butter breakthrough, it's happening right here in Batavia.
In the middle of an industrial park in a suburb west of Chicago, something unprecedented is happening.
Fake butter.
So you're using this gas right now to cook your food.
And we're proposing that we would like to first make your food with that gas.
With gas.
The company is called Savor, and you better believe it. Their pioneering tech uses
Points for not saying you better believe it.
True. You got too much like equipment and fancy stuff here for
A
butter.
lot of chemicals.
All you need is milk
and hydrogen
churn.
to make the stick of butter you see on this plate.
This is pretty novel to be able to make food that looks and tastes and feels exactly like dairy butter, but with no agriculture whatsoever.
No agriculture, no nothing. Would you try the fake butter? Let us know what you think. All right, that's going to have to be it. We got to get the hell out of here.
It's backed by Bill Gates, so start
to get a little trip with it.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Bill Gates. Oh, can't have that.
Alex Jones is not eating it, he says. Certainly.
Your neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I would just, like, what's wrong with butter? I mean, I know, like, having an abundance of butter is not great for you, and it can make your food have a lot of calories and
Say that
stuff.
to Paula Dean's face.
But if I'm just having some butter, like if I'm going to have a piece of toast with some butter, I don't even really feel bad about what's happened there animal-wise. Like, I don't feel bad about that process. I'm okay with it. Maybe a lot of people do.
Those poor butterflies.
Today I learned this lady right here.
I feel drunk, but I'm so
That's right, Alanis Morissette. She was dropped by her record label after some disappointing sales of her first two albums. She released her third album, which is the 13th highest, not the 12th, not the 14th, but the 13th highest selling album of all time worldwide. What a classic. What a banger.
Jagged Little Pill.
Love me some Alanis Morissette. Yes, Jagged Little Pill. Today I learned the U.S. Virgin Islands are the only place under United States jurisdiction that drives on the left side of the road.
Whoa.
However, virtually all passenger vehicles are left-hand drive due to imports of U.S. vehicles. So it's like they got both sides kicking in, and that's the only place where you could try it
Bisexuals.
on U.S. territory. Today I learned this band right here.
The Black Keys.
That's right. Used to be the intro of the show about 8 million years ago. Speaking of that today, the Black Keys originally were supposed to record with more musicians, but everybody bailed on their rehearsal to get stoned and play video games. Thus, the first demo was a duo, and they only had to split the money 2 ways. Thank you so much for hanging out. We do appreciate it. Gold on the ceiling, White House, gold, stretch. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. To miss the show,
You
get the
don't have to
podcast
tell
at
everybody.
thenewsjunkie.com.